It's the future. Anyway, that would be on my
The reason
mind.
I dislike ChatGPT so much is because personally, and it's a personal thing on my end only, I feel like it's not my accomplishment and my achievement, so I can't take pride in saying I did this because I didn't. I just told something else to do it. I'm not Elon Musk. I can't take pride in someone else's achievements.
That's fair. Regardless,
I said that
want
on
to,
stream.
I would like to try to find
So do you feel the same about 3D printing then? You didn't actually 3D model anything. I'm joking.
No, actually, yeah, 100%. If I didn't
That's
design
wild.
it, I don't feel that proud about printing it. I'm like, oh, look at this cool thing I have, but I'm not like, that's why I don't print so many things.
Real. I need to print another ball cup.
Except for the Mimic, because I like the Mimic so much.
Except for the mimic. I may or may not be turning on.
Okay, what are we doing?
I know what I'm doing. I want to go to the
what you're
arcane
doing.
store or whatever, and I want to buy some things. Approximately worth exactly 100 gold pieces.
So, are we all dispersing, or are we all moving as a unit?
I think we're dispersed.
Okay. Alright. How's it pronounced? Teos? Correct? Teo? Teos?
Are you talking? Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Which one? With an S or without the S?
without the S.
Okay, Teo. Are you following anyone, or are you dispersing as well?
I think I'm gonna disperse.
Okay. So... Alright. Sandrick. As your party is determining what you guys are going to be doing, you all disperse to go your own ways and figure out your own things. You hang around for a minute in the council chambers. Not in the... Sorry, near the council chambers. While Carl has a conversation with the council. And eventually, Gilshaz comes out, and you see this. I keep forgetting. I forgot to read it. Okay. You see the golden dragonborn as he approaches you. And he looks at you, and he goes, "So, your memories need restored?"
Yes. I lost them a while ago.
All right. Well, come with me. And he turns around and he swiftly walks away. Following?
Yeah, I'll follow him, and as we start walking, I'm gonna just like kind of try to politely be like, so I'll really just get all my memories back.
If the spell goes as planned, yes.
Will I still be me? Will I still have the same motivations?
You have always been you. And you will forever be you. Your motivations are determined by you. Your memories might shed light, or you might finally realize true purpose. Only you can determine that. No one else.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Thank you. And I'll just like walk behind him.
He leads you down the hall. You take a couple turns, and then he leads you into a room. There's a... It looks to be like a prayer room, but there's no specific idols in here. It looks almost like it's a common area just to like be quiet, but like it has candles placed everywhere, and it's just a small spot for anyone to come in and just have a moment of silence to try and be with whatever deity they serve. And he points to one of the pads on the floor, and he goes, "Have a seat here. I will prepare the ritual."
I'll walk over and just sit down.
Um, check a couple things here real quick. This music is a vibe.
It's like fantasy elevator music.
Yeah. All right. Oh. You're a lucky man. He walks up to what looks to be the equivalent of like a small urn, but it wouldn't make sense for it to be an urn given the location you're in, but it's a jar of something. And he pulls out this fine, sparkling dust. And he starts to walk in a circle around you, letting it fall out of his hand like sand as he walks around, muttering an incantation and signing sigils with his other hand. And eventually, as he continues to do this, your eyes feel heavy and you start to fade into the darkness. And then, right as you're about to pass out, the circle of sand he has drawn and the sigils he has been drawing as he goes all glow in unison with a bright burst, creating a tunnel around you. And as soon as all of this happens, your memories just come rushing to you. They slam into you. The world goes blurry. It's hard to focus. You are overwhelmed by this flood of memories that you didn't know you even had, of how long you have spent in the Feywild. All of these years, these many decades.
Yeah.
Spent in the Feywild. It takes you a good 30 minutes before you realize that you have been collecting your thoughts for this long. And then it finally calms down and your mind clears and it all comes back to you. You remember it all. Your time in the Feywild. How you met Whisk. Your time with the Elder Grove. The mission you were once given that has now been postponed. It all comes rushing back in this overwhelming force, as you were not prepared for the amount of years you had lost, to which you thought was only 3 or 5, has been many, many more, due to the trickery of the Feywild.
That's crazy because I'm reading my backstory right now, trying
And
to remember
with
everything,
that,
and I'm actively getting reminded on everything.
And with that, I'm going to move on to what I was going to do the twins, but I don't see Nick here. So, Teo, what did you plan on doing before we started?
I think I'm just gonna go ask around, see if anyone needs any I don't know, just anything done for them.
Okay. Well, the main shops that are there's a forge, there's the tinker's shop, which you've been in. There's a herbalist shop, a place of enchantment, a place for clothing, a shop that sells magical items, and then a divination tent.
I was thinking there's it's a bunch of tents, right? Like the camp setup.
Some of them are tents. The tinker shop is an actual building. Some of them are half a building, like stands.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on where you're going and where you're trying to go, but they've been here for a decent amount of time. They've been building this for a couple of years. So with the magical powers that they have and the skill sets of others, they've managed to have a bunch of hodgepodges of buildings, and you would guess that most of them are like the tinker shop, that are somewhat magically enchanted to be bigger on the inside. Not as nice as the tinker shop though, from what you've gathered from your conversation with him, as he said he is called in favors.
I was thinking of finding a tent for the rest of us, because I know they said just find one and
just find a spot to
I
camp,
guess get that.
essentially.
Yeah.
They will You would know from having noticed it before that there is a place where you can go to get a tent that has been enchanted, which would probably be the enchantment place,
Okay.
in which they have a small supply of those that they give out to every newcomer because they don't get that many newcomers that often. They're able to like have like 3 on hand and hand one out, and essentially the Harry Potter tents.
Yeah, I'll go there then.
All right. That's what I forgot to do. That's fine. All right. I have so many notes, I can't just scroll to the bottom with one flick. I have to flick 3 times. All right. You enter the... It's like one of those square tents, you know? Like, it's what you would look at and be like, that's like a 5-person tent. So it's fairly big, and as you enter it, it is much bigger on the inside. There's one person behind a counter who's just like writing away on a piece of parchment, and then the initial area is really small, but you can gauge based off of how it is, because as you enter, it's like a thin rectangle, and then you would be able to gauge that it's a full square, but the whole back area is meant for enchanting, and that no one really goes in there as not to disturb the enchanters. So the front area is the small amount of weapons and tools and stuff, enchanted items that are in there available for sale, and then everything else in the back is what's being enchanted.
Hello? I was wondering if I could have a tent. I'm new here, and me and my friends need a place to stay.
The figure who is writing looks up at you. That you can see now is a gnome, and he goes, yes, we have some tents that are provided by the council. One moment, and you see as he stands up now, that he was sitting on a very tall stool, and he hops down, and you can barely see the top of his head over the counter, and he rummages through something, and he pulls out something, and you watch him throw it up on the counter, and then climb up the stool. He goes, right here is a tent. It is just a basic one with basic enchantment, provided by the council, of course.
Thank you.
Of course. Can I interest you in anything else?
I don't think there's anything that I need right now.
Okay. Well, if you ever need anything that has been enchanted, you know where to go. It's here.
Awesome.
This is where we do the enchantments.
What's your name?
My name is Merrick.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
What's yours?
I'm Teo.
Nice to meet you, Teo.
Cool.
Guess who was...
I'm gonna go set that up somewhere, I think.
All right. So you're gonna go find a spot for a tent.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I gotta move notes around because I pulled that from a different spot. So, where is it? Cannot see. Alright. Alright. So while you go and get the tent, twins, what are we doing?
You already have the money you need for the magic focus. Okay, cool. Didn't remember or not.
Are you two traveling together, or are you guys going separate?
I think we're going separate.
Alright, well, while Nick is eating, Noah, what are you doing?
I'm working on infusing my hand axe with the returning weapon infusion.
Nice.
And sorry, I'm reading through my own text messages to you. I'm gonna try scrying again. I'm trying to decide on what specifically, because I might try the House of Jordan Elros just because I know where it is. But I also might try Old Gar's Tavern because I don't know. Oh, I had a question for you actually. Can I scry on the guy whose brain I've been inside of?
You can certainly try.
I would like to certainly try, but I should probably try that. Are we doing this for multiple days?
I don't know how long you guys plan on taking a break.
Okay. If I have multiple days, I will try on scrying him the second day and not the first day.
Okay.
So first I would try to scry on Old Gar in the tavern, and then the second day I would try to scry on the guy whose brain I've been inside of.
Okay.
And then I do non-specific things in the Tinkerer's Workshop just to have been there for a time in case it's helpful later.
Basically, it's not in this note, it's in the other note. Oh, I have so many notes. Basically, you're just chilling with Zakia.
Yeah.
Cool. I thought that was in my new notes. I thought I copy and pasted it over, but I didn't. I have like 4 different notes that I'm skipping between. All right. So, you're just doing basic tinkering. Anything like you're trying to make specifically that like you're going to use that, or are you just messing around?
I'm really just messing around. If I come up with something later that I've done during this time,
Sure.
I will let you know.
Cool. Cool. All right. So, you are going to try void stock it.
Yes.
All right. What was that? Wisdom?
I think so, right?
That makes sense. Go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Why does this always go so badly for me? This is 9.
It going badly for you is great for me because I need to. You are way too underleveled for this spell.
I keep trying. Optimism.
You are trying to get the focus in, but there's so much happening all at once. Just the overstimulation of where you are is making it too hard for you to be able to get your brain to focus in on where that tavern is. Alright, so if that's all you're doing, you're not going to go to any shops, not going to do anything?
No, just infusing my hand axe and void stocking and non-specific tinkering.
Alright. Jack.
Well, Jack spends all our money.
Well, Jack spends all the monies.
In fact, I don't have any money because I'm not allowed, but I have this money, so I can spend it.
I gave you specific money, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you. Give
We
me
need to
the
like
exact
get
amount.
you instead of like a bag of we need to get you like a dimensional coin purse that just like connects between both of you. That would be awesome.
Well, then he would.
Not
he would
for
spend it all,
Noah.
which is the whole problem.
Noah would be like, yeah, I can afford that. Where did it all go?
The reason I keep track of the money is so he doesn't spend it all.
When
Probably
we
not.
joined
Why?
the fancy pants guys, the council or whatever this
We're
group
going
is called.
to Winter Jam. I know, but that's a long drive.
Did we get like a sigil or like any identification that goes along with it?
With what?
Existing within the Astari and like the group or whatever.
A sigil.
Because we joined the group, we joined the Resistance.
Oh,
But
is
is
there
there-
an emblem for the arcane?
Is there like an emblem or like a sigil or like something? So it's like where it's like, you
They
know,
have a
we see
logo.
somebody from the Resistance and we're like, we're from the Resistance. They're like, oh yeah. And it's like, how do I know you're not with the government that's using magic?
Most of the people and you would have gathered this vibe. Most of the people on Astari either assume you're with the Resistance or are helping in some way. Like, the ones who aren't with the Resistance are still helping in some way, offering services, just not being agents and frontline fighters.
I think he's talking about if we're out, gone. A way
Right.
to identify each other.
No,
Because what if they just
they
say,
had not given
we're
you that.
part of the Resistance? It's like, oh, well, just say that then. You know, it's like word of mouth. It's like,
You could go talk to him about it. They hadn't
No,
given
it's
you
not.
anything.
that's too much work. I would
Well,
like to
then
go.
You'll never know.
We'll figure out if something like that happens. Oh, I gotta scroll up. Holy
I mean-
crap!
You mentioned it to me. I guess I could ask Sarah, whatever his name is, Sakaya?
Sakia.
Sakia?
I would like to go to
It's like IKEA, but better.
Arcane Focus.
Okay. I don't know if I added another shop to that or not, like I was meant to. To that list. Yeah. Right. I think I put it in. It's in notes. So there's an updated version of that in notes.
Oh, huge.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the tent of divination.
Yep.
You might want to go there.
Okay.
So, you walk into
I s-
the shop full of arcane items. Sorry. And you are met with a tiefling. And she looks at you and she goes, "Ah, can I help you?"
Yes. I'm looking for like a glass eye arcane focus. It's a requirement on one of my spells that I have.
Okay, let me see what I have in stock. Moving notes around. And she goes into the back. You said 100 gold pieces, right?
Yep,
Okay.
that's what the cost must be. That or higher.
She goes into the back and is rummaging around. Okay, and she comes out and goes, "Okay, well, I have 2. I also have a diamond with 300 gold pieces if you require that."
I'll just take the glass eye. I don't need a diamond.
Okay. She
Would my character know that? Isn't it revivified?
needs a diamond of at least 300 gold pieces.
Yes. Would
But-
my character? I'm trying to think. Would my character know
You've never
Of
cast the spell,
the
you've
ex-
never seen the spell.
exactly?
So you wouldn't know. Sanric would know, because he
Your
should be
character
able to
might know
cast the
that we
spell.
don't have 300 gold.
What?
Your character might know that we don't have 300 gold.
Well, I know, but like, it's my character. Like, this is so high meta where it's like, I'm pretty
Right.
sure Teo is a cleric, right?
Sanric can
Paladin.
cast the spell.
Paladin. Oh, druids can cast revivify.
Yeah, and paladins can too. They just have to have 3rd level spells, which are like level 8 or something like that for them. Same with artificers. Artificers also can learn the spell.
Right. No, I just need the glass eye. Why would I need a 300 gold piece diamond?
A time of war.
But what is a 300? What is the diamond gonna do me any
it's
good?
helpful if you have healers in your party. One-time use though, but very helpful. They can get you out of death-like situations.
What, you're gonna bang it against the dude's head and he's gonna come back alive?
Something like that, yes.
I just need the glass eye. Whatever.
Okay. If you change your mind, you know the fight. and she has like holding the eye, hands out, puts her hand out for the coin.
I put the coin in her hand.
She kind of like dumps it over over the counter and like looks it over real quick. Her eyes flash, like a light blue, and she holds out the eye to you.
All right, I'll take the eye and I'll immediately cast clairvoyance. And put like an eye on the wall or something, like an invisible eye on the wall.
I don't know what
Have clairvoyance memorized.
Oh, okay, my bad here. You create an invisible sensor within range of a location familiar to you, a place you have visited or seen before, or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you. The intangible, invulnerable sensor remains in place for the duration, 10 minutes. You can, when you cast a spell, you choose seeing or hearing. You can use the chosen sense through the sensor as if you were in its space. As a bonus action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. A creature that sees the sensor, such as a creature benefiting from see invisibility or true sight, sees a luminous orb about the size of your fist.
Can you cast this without components? No, I guess you can't because you need the orb.
The component is
The orb.
the glass.
a focus.
Right. So, as you do that, she goes, well, someone's a little itchy. She's putting the coin back in the pouch.
So sorry, I just had to make sure it was, the spell would accept it. Seeing it, if it was any less than what I needed, then it wouldn't have worked.
Oh, completely understandable. We only have the finest of arcane means here, which also means our stock can be pretty limited, seeing as it's used a lot for the resistance. But if you get to us before they do for the diamond, you know where to find us.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course. And thank you for your patronage.
And I walk out.
And I walk away.
Gotta clarify that. I'm just standing there. Thank you for your patronage.
Yep.
It's like when you pause. It's like when you pause a game. You're just like.
It's not even when you pause, you just put the controller down. And your guy's just like...
She's just like tinkering with something, just like keeping, because like her character model has to track you, and just like.
It's like Stardew Valley. They try to walk through you, and they just can't. And eventually, they get angry and just push past you.
Shoulder brushed.
All right.
Mic drop, then walk out. My bad. I had to clarify.
Thank you.
I take the glass eye, I slam it against the ground, and then be like, "That's what you would do with the diamond, right?"
So,
I'm joking.
are we doing anything else? Do you guys want to do anything else? What are we doing?
Long rest. That's what I want to do.
Okay. So,
Should I actually go to the tarot shop, or was that just a thing?
just a divination
Tarot
thing.
reading, meta-wise, is
You
some
told
type of
me to.
scrying.
Why do you think I should?
I saw tarot reading and I went, "That sounds very familiar." Curse of Strahd.
I don't know.
In Curse of Strahd, one of the main plot points is going to get your tarot card read.
Shush. Don't tell them where I stole this idea from. Don't you even.
I think I'm good.
I've also
I think I'm
played.
good.
I've also played Curse of Strahd. I'm going back
And
to play. That's gonna be
it
fun.
gives hints about like either where certain items are. It's like riddles. and you just
Actually,
have to
it's a
solve
part
them.
of the game. It's a core feature. It allows you to replay Curse of Strahd. Is what it is.
Oh.
'Cause
Oh, like
you
it
can only
gains
do that.
access to stuff?
You can only get that item if you drew the card. So even if you meta-knowledged your way to finding an NPC, if you don't get the card, the NPC won't help you.
See, I've only played Curse of Strahd once, and I only played up to tarot cards. So
I have played up to level 6, and I'm gonna go back for the finale to fight Strahd. My character died and became his thrall
huge.
because I left, not because he died. Because I left. I was stacked. Crazy paladin, Dex build paladin, go burr. Anyway, What are we doing?
I'm still just getting my memories back. Do we continue that?
I'd say by the time everyone has finished doing what they're doing, you would all finish roughly around the same time.
If I had a nickel for every time somebody in the party got zip bombed information, I'd have 2 nickels. But it's weird that it happened twice, right?
It's not a lot. It's weird that it happened
You
twice.
passed out on
Can-
purpose when
can-
it happened to you. At least he's walking.
Can I roleplay getting my memories back?
Yeah,
I would really. There's some stuff I.
100%. I only cut so you could read your backstory.
Thank you, because I needed to do that, because that
I
just
know.
like gave me inspiration. What
Also,
happened
if I just
now
let
with my
that sit
character?
for you to try and figure something out, I figured it would kind of ruin the vibe, so I left.
Yeah.
So, Samurai.
So I'm just gonna be sitting there trying to organize everything in my head for that like 30 minutes, figuring out what events came in what order. Because like right when I left, I was like operating on some powerful emotions, and then I just like went to vegetable. So I'm like trying to figure out some stuff, trying to get it all organized in my
I
head.
went
and
nonverbal.
splitting headache, and then just I'm gonna just like latching onto something, be like,
The
with
floor.
like just like whispering like with hand in face, just like, with, are you there?
He's in your staff, yeah?
Yeah,
Did you...
I believe.
I would
Unless
assume that you left
unless
your
he's out terrorizing the village.
That's crazy.
Could be. 50% chance.
No, you're good. I would assume you left your staff by the door.
Sure. Or just on the floor where they sit down.
So, Gilshaz, not that you're not looking at him, but you can sense his presence is somewhere near you. Kind of like, what? And then this little weasel just comes flying out of the staff and like runs circles around Gilshaz, and he's like, "Aren't you a curious little one?"
I'm gonna like lift my head up and look at Whisk and be like, Whisk, my old friend. It's been a while, or hasn't, but it's good to see you.
He stops. Middle of the run. Stops entirely. Dead in his tracks. You've never seen him so still. And then he looks at you. Remember?
I remember, yes.
He flies straight at you like a dart and slams right into your... You're wearing armor, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
leather.
he slams right into your armor, and you feel your chest plate. Not chest plate. It's a leather, right? Yeah.
Yeah, leather
you
hide.
feel like the hide armor contract a little around you, like that of a hug.
I would definitely at this point hug him back finally.
So you just and Gilshaz is just sitting there like crisscross on the floor, pulling himself out of like a meditation. I don't know if that's
Hitting-
sweet or if that's weird.
I'm gonna do like a little bit of a like an elder like a very bittersweet laugh and be like, I feel the need to say I'm sorry. Sorry. I promised once we got to this right. Oh man, I'm kind of switching the voice a little too much. I told you once we got to this realm, you could have all the mischief you want, and here I end up losing my memories and the state of the world.
He exits your tunic. That's the word I wanted. He exits the tunic and you feel the armor revert back to its normal form. And he goes, I gotta mess with Carl. That was fun. And that one guy, what's his name? I forget.
Chase.
The guy with the hat. He had a camel.
Oh, frick, what was his name?
I still call
Is it like
mischief. Does that mean I can more?
I'm gonna look at him and be like,
He's
oh yes, I think we can do much better than that man in the hat. Now that I finally know my mission now, and I'm gonna stand up.
If a weasel could smirk, that is Whisk right now. And he turns and he looks at Gilshaz. And Gilshaz is like kind of confused. And then he realizes. And then and then you see not panic, but realization hit his eyes, and he just goes, "Oh no."
I'm gonna look at Whisk and be like, but maybe let's not torment the man that just. Oh, I gotta get my voice right. I want it to be more confident, but I don't want it to be too different.
Yep. Older too.
Maybe let's not torment the man that just brought back my memories, but I promise, tenfold. We're going to mess with some people. There's an entire
Fold them
kingdom
10
that.
times? There's more than 2.
I'm like, yes. And then I'm gonna like look over at Gilshaz and be like, thank you. This means much more than you could know.
It costs much more than you could know. But you are welcome.
A little bit of my awkward and be like, oh, do I owe you something?
No, I told you it is free, and it is free. Consider it a favor for a favor. You are going to go help our cause, so it is only right that you are in the right mind for doing so. Consider it as preparation for what is to come.
I'm gonna do a slight bow and say thank you. Is he the druid?
He is
Which one is
a cleric.
this? Okay, that's what it was.
The tiefling is the druid. But you know they didn't leave the council chamber yet.
I'm gonna turn around and say, I'll try my best to make it worth it. And as I leave and be like, and then just whisper to Whis, it's like, come on, Whis, we got some games we gotta play.
As you say that, he goes, "Oh, Bahamut and I both know that this will be worth it. We don't know what, but there is something about your group. We have hope. The rest of the council might not see it yet, but Bahamut does. And so do I."
I'll give one last nod as I leave.
Whisk is like doing like circles around you. He's like, "Friend is back, friend is back." Just like on repeat in circles. All right.
That's all. Yep.
Are we meeting up with the rest of the group? Everybody converging to one spot? We doing anything else? Long rest and then more. I lost the word. I had it. It's gone.
Just making it quick. I forgot how much health potions are. If I could stop at the potion shop before.
It
I forgot
would
the name
be the
Just have Noah make some, bruh.
Technically, it would be the
She's-
Tinkerer's Workshop if you wanted potions. Because that guy
I have
is
a-
proficient in almost every single type of artesian tool.
How about this? I have 100 gold. Do I remember how much?
I could
Um,
make you 4 health potions for 100 gold, but I can't guarantee they'll all turn out well.
I was about to say, they're 50 apiece. Unless you craft them, then it's 25.
All right,
And if
I'll hold on to my
Noah
gold. I
was
forgot you
working
can do that.
with Zakia in the shop, I would give you advantage on those checks. As I would say, you were helping each other in the process of brewing said potions. And I would even say it would be 20 gold apiece for the potions, as you have a very professional grade equipment at your disposal.
So I can make you 5 potions with advantage on the rolls, if you want to do it that way.
Those are just basic
I'll
rolls.
we're still. Yeah, I'll stop by and try to do that.
So, Senric enters the shop, a bit more with a more confidence to his step, and Whisk is running wild, and he enters and he stops, and it's just like a child in a candy store, and he goes, and before he even finishes inhaling the breath, he darts. And he just goes from item to item to item, and like Zakia's like, "Wait, no, I was so organized."
Oh, Sandrick, I don't think he's supposed to be in here.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I can rearrange everything. It is okay. I've been meaning to rearrange. Thank you,
Everything?
small creature. I think. What is he?
He's the chest. I'm gonna look at him. He's a chest weasel.
I just knocked over the light, which knocked over the camera. I've heard of them once before. Interesting how you got one here.
It's a long story, but I promise he won't do any harm. If anything, he'll just move things around just to annoy you.
Color me annoyed. And blue, but annoyed as well.
I'm gonna look over
Visibility.
and see. So you're working here.
Yeah, I've never seen a workshop that has this many things or tools or anything in it. It's really nice to have an actual space to work on something.
That's what I said.
Well, that seems convenient.
Are
I'm
right? You seem different.
I'll explain it when the rest of the group get together. But till then, I was gonna make some potions. I don't know which one of you to talk to.
I'm sure either of us can help, but I've been practicing with it recently, so I'd be happy to give it a try.
Oh,
I
What
can
do you need?
assist, but I have my own things to work on. So if you guys are able to be more self-sufficient, I can just give the things you need, and then I can go work on this. And he just gestures to the whole workshop that Whisk had. What used to be an organized mess is now a mess.
I'll just call out to him, like, seeing that he's doing a substantial amount of, not damage, but like effect. I'm gonna be like, Whisk, try not to touch anything that's fragile.
Too late.
I'm gonna look over at the guy and be like, I can pay for that.
Oh, it's fine. It was an empty vial.
And then look back to Noah and be like, what do you need? I got 100 gold.
I should just need some general alchemy supplies. I don't know how much of it I can find here.
It would have all been over there. Now it's all over here.
But I have the supplies you need. Leave the gold. She can use up to 100 worth of supplies and use my equipment. We'll get started once he
isn't doing that. And by we, I mean her because I'm busy.
I'll try my best.
I'll just give whatever gold she needs to. How much do you need? 100.
Yeah.
Can you try to make 3?
Do you want me to make? If I can make 5, do you want 5?
If you can. I don't want to totally waste all my gold
So
on this.
if you
So
give
it's
me
20.
3,
You said it's 25 per potion.
20 because of this.
I think 3. 3's good. 60 gold.
Okay.
So we're gonna try and make 3.
All right. Go ahead, roll for those. Do you know what your DC is? I know it's posted somewhere. I think it's DC 15 or
Should be
So it's just
15.
the common version of it.
Yeah. It's pinned in one of our note channels. Was it Mind Palace?
It's pinned in Mind
It's
Palace.
pinned in that one.
That's the potions rarity. Healing.
Can someone remind me how to roll with advantage?
You roll 2d20, take
Right
the
click.
higher.
Right click it.
Oh,
Right
you
click
wanted
it.
to do that. Yeah, a normal one is DC 15.
It won't let me. We'll just do it the old way.
Okay.
First one I got a 12.
Oof.
Damn. This is tough.
With
If I
your
lose all
intelligence
60 of
and
my
your
gold here,
proficiency?
I might lose it.
With my intelligence and my proficient, whatever. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, it's not a straight
Thi-
roll. You add your
This
It's
potions
16
kit.
plus my proficiency is so that's a 21.
I say expertise. Good to know.
19. Wait, did I say?
It's good.
It's fine. It's whatever it is.
It's over
it's fine.
15. Okay. Are you going to do anything else, Senric, while you were walking around town
Holy crap, dude.
watching?
So
this?
how many did I got 2 from that, or did one end up
She's
weird?
she's doing the math. That'll take a minute.
That would be it until I want to meet up with everyone.
She's rolled 2 nat ones already.
13.
Right, but it's just advantage.
Oh my god.
No, wait. 7
Oh my god.
4 is 10
is-
plus 3. That is a 13.
Okay. So one failed.
7 plus 4?
7 plus 4 is not
11.
10.
11.
so
It's 11.
14. Hate it here. Goodness sake.
Man, you really need that expertise on those alchemist supplies.
And then an 18.
Wasting my money like it's your job. Holy
I
crap.
do.
To get you two. At a discount.
So I got
technically.
2. I got 2 from that.
I got
Yeah.
you 2 potions
Well-
at a major discount.
Yeah.
That's true.
I got
I'll
you
give
2
you
for the
that.
price of 1 and like
It would have been
1/10.
50 if you had bought them.
It
That's
would have been
fair.
50. You still technically save money here.
You still saved 40 gold.
Because you spent 60 for 2 instead of 100 for 2.
I just realized I can make potions too.
You don't have an alchemist kit though.
I have a herbalism.
That's not the
And you
same.
can-
A herbalist's potions are a little different.
Oh.
It allows you to make med kits, which aren't.
I can make. It
potions.
says potion of healing right here, for 25 gold.
Yeah, it's just a little different and a little whack.
Okay, that's fine. Anyway,
You could, but it would be 25 gold and the DC's higher.
I will take my 2 potions and say thank you.
Okay.
And are you gonna be here all day?
Do you have something else I should do?
No, I was wondering where is everyone?
Jack said something about going to find an arcane forest, and I'm really not sure where Teo wandered off to. But I'll be here.
I guess I'll go searching for them, and I'll well, see you later. Whisk.
Good luck.
I'll just
Right out the door.
and I'll shut the door, and once again, just like, I'm sorry for moving. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. What would I say? I'm a whisperer. I'm just like peek my head through the door and be like, I'm sorry on Whisk's behalf, and shut the door. And
He just
leave.
looks over to you and he goes, "That's an odd creature. I want one for a pet. That would be fun. Maybe not.
Do you need help reorganizing the shop?
Please.
Yeah, we can do that.
Maybe I'll just get, like, a normal weasel. Yeah.
Maybe a stoat would suit you well.
A what?
Stoat? It's a smaller version of weasel. They're not as long.
That's what you said. Okay. Sorry, it cut twice. I was like, what?
Get a goat.
Yeah. Gotta go.
That's crazy. All right.
In a katana
So-
shop. Goodness.
Are we doing anything else? Going anywhere? Doing anything? No? Okay.
No.
So you guys spend the rest of your days doing the things you said you were going to do. And eventually you all find Teo, who had acquired you guys a camping site with a tent. As the sun starts to set.
It's been too long. You had a heroic inspiration.
Rude.
I was looking at my character sheet and I was like, oh my gosh, we all have heroic inspiration.
You
That's
get
really
also get to
nice.
keep it though, every day. And if you have it, you can just give it to someone else.
Exactly.
So you can, as long as you guys keep on top of that, you guys can just dish it to the party every morning.
It's what, a long rest or something?
Although you could have used your heroic inspiration to re-roll one of those.
Oh, that's a human thing, isn't it?
Yeah, they just get an inspiration point every day at dawn, and if they already have one, they can give it to someone else.
That's cool.
Can I still use one of my heroic inspiration to reroll one of them?
No,
No.
Okay.
it's like hours later now.
Okay.
So you all meet up to go to your tent.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Alright.
I will be there at least.
Right, yeah, well. Do you do anything before you all head off to bed, or are you guys just...
I would get at least my group together, and if Teo's there, sure, and
Yeah,
be
I'd
like,
probably wander in after we finish. We're reorganizing the whole shop.
just like sitting around the fire or whatever it is, and be like, so I'm just look up awkwardly and be like, so I got my memories back.
Whisk is drawing stuff in the air with a flaming stick.
That's huge. What do you remember?
Everything. It's. I'm sorry. It was a lot of time. I was there for decades. It might have been only 3 years in this time, but it was probably like, man, what was it, like 30?
I thought it was 35.
It was like, I was there for almost 35 years. To say what happened in that time is difficult, but a lot. And you're almost gonna like see that I am a little different now, because like the whole thing I was going for is, since I cut out my memories, I just like was left with like my immature self back then, but something was a lot different, so that just like formulated into being an insecure dude. But I'm just a little different now. I'm like more old.
One
Like
might
those
say
years
he's
came back onto
just
me.
a chill guy.
One could say his wisdom modifier increased.
Just
Yeah. Pretty much.
a bit.
It's like the difference of having wisdom and knowing where it came from. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying?
Ah, knowing's half the battle.
That's
Yeah,
why I'm
Joe.
always losing.
But yeah, I'll look at you and be like, but I remember Whisk now, and I remember the Elder Grove, my mission. Don't worry, nothing's changed. I still plan to travel with you. It just so happens that taking down the kingdom is the same thing I want to do.
Your mission is taking down the kingdom.
Not exactly. It's a long story, and I'm gonna just like skip because I don't want to try to explain all this in character. I'm gonna give you a whole story, not everything, but
Devin's gonna copy and paste his like 10-page backstory
no,
for
no.
you guys, and you guys get to see what I had to deal with.
The premise is I spent a lot of time with the Elder Grove. Well, no, I can do this in character. Give me a second. Let me
do
think.
Do
Hit
it.
us with the spark notes.
Do it. Spark notes. Senric Spark notes.
Um, when I was in the Feywild, what was his name?
David.
John.
Marcus.
I made a deal with. Man, what are the names of it? What would Thalor be called, Micah? My brain is fried.
Thalor?
What are the Archfey?
Archfey.
Archfey.
I was like, I don't know who Thalor was.
I made a deal with an Archfey. I had to pass a trial, and Whisk just so happened to be my trial. Looking up at him, he's waving his stick around. I had to get the chest from him. Long story. I spent a long time trying and failed. I ran into a Treant in that time. His name was Eldergrove. And I'm gonna like kind of look up and be like, I've never had a father, but he's the closest thing I could say that was one to me. But he helped me. Trained me in being a druid and was a mentor overall. Calmed me down enough to where I completed the trial by befriending Whisk, funny enough. And as a reward, in the chest was a seed. It was my way out, or that's what Thalor told me. We took many years to decipher the magic that was in the seed, but it was a portal out of the Feywild back into the material plane. But right before I left, man, this is hard to explain. This is why I didn't want to do it. There's the blight in the Feywild right now. It's ravaging the magic there, and also was ravaging Eldergrove. So right before I left, he gave me. I'm gonna like kind of reach for my necklace, then forgetting it's gone. He gave me that necklace, the chest with the seed in it. It was his offspring, and it was my job to find a safe place in this world for him to grow, so that the cycle of life could continue. But this is no place for that to happen. So right now, my mission would be to just take down this kingdom so that magic can return to this world. I know that was terrible, but I tried, okay? Could have been better. We're trying here.
Free Daddy, yeah.
Dang it, Riley. So,
What did
the
you say?
entire time Sanric is describing this, Whisk had stopped drawing random shapes and started doing childlike drawings of the events that Sanric is retelling. So you get like these little like childlike trees and like this weird swirly thing for a portal and like a stick figure Sanric and like a little stick figure Whisk. And just these drawings in the background as Sanric is describing everything that has happened.
And
Just like
I'm just gonna look up and be like, sorry, it's a bit weird to summarize 35 years, but the gist of what happened.
So something bad is happening in the Feywild as well as here?
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Shoot, you're from the Feywild.
This is the Elder Grove. Made by Whisk.
He's beautiful.
Hang it on our tent fridge.
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
I'm gonna look over to Teo and be like, I never knew until the end that it was happening. He kept that information from me for some reason. Perhaps he didn't want to worry me that he was potentially going to die. But he just said it was a blight. I don't know much more about it than that.
Perhaps it has something to do with why I was sent here.
Don't forget your existent mission now, Devin. The new
It says
one you were given.
yeah, to find the blight in the kingdom. I just put that together. Holy crap, I'm dumb.
There it is. There's the
Oh
cork
my
board.
gosh, I'm stupid. Oh my gosh, Sanric just clicked that in his brain. There's a lot of information, I'm sorting it out. You know what I mean?
No, it's good.
I'm
Dots
just gonna
are
be
being
like, just
connected
like my
finally.
eyes are gonna. I'm just gonna be looking at Teo. My eyes are gonna glaze over and be like, sorry for staring. What? And just like kind of refocus. What did you last say, Teo?
I said probably maybe it has something to do with why I was sent here.
I mean, yeah. Could be. It's a bit unusual that a satyr would just be. You still don't remember anything, do you?
Nope. Not a thing.
Do you remember that you were sent here?
Do I remember why? No.
Do you
Or
remember?
when?
But you still
A couple months ago?
You still remember your time in the Feywild, right?
No, I just know that I live there.
I can't remember if we had this conversation. Did we talk about that we might have the same thing?
Sandrick, you might not see satyrs walking around. I think this is the first one we've seen ever.
What do I do with that? What was the was that directed at something?
I don't know.
Like
what
above
that...
table. I don't know what to do with that.
I don't know what you meant by that.
Well, I mean, you already had you had the conversation. Like, wait, maybe we have the same thing, and then it's like, oh,
yeah,
I don't
already.
know. And then you were like, you just said something along the lines of like, oh yeah, you're from the Feywild, and it was like,
And you were like, do you remember anything? And Tay was like, I remember leaves.
Yes, the trees.
That's true. I'm trying to remember that conversation. Okay.
While you guys are talking, and Senric has stopped giving his a recalling of events, Whisk is now drawing a cowboy hat on top of Senric. A couple burning coals from the end of the stick land on your hand. And it doesn't. It's like a quick sting before you just flick it away.
Yeah. When you say that, I'm going to, now thinking about it, going to be like, a while ago, I got a vision from Elder Grove. Apparently, he might still be alive, or I'm not sure. But he told me I needed to find the blight inside the kingdom. If the blight is what sent you here, it could be advantageous to you to find that out too.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. Just gonna look back at the fire and be like,
The fire is now in the shape of a camel.
whiskey is artistic, apparently.
Oh yeah, this camel is super high detail. Like those stick drawings don't make sense if at the detail that this camel is.
Maybe we should try to find pics again.
Using AI.
He is not.
I don't think that'd be easy. I mean,
Oh,
it might
damn
be
it,
if you
Whis,
sell
there
on
will
that
new-
camel.
He did ride off into the sunset on a camel. So we could just ask around for the man on a camel.
I'm surprised. I'd assume he's in prison.
Oh, I need to get a cowboy hat.
Think about it. The camels don't exist. It's like, how did you get a camel? And he's like, I just found it. Like, what's your
Imported
reasoning
goods.
behind the?
It's
Yeah,
one of the
what
camels that exists on this continent.
I think it
Yeah,
would be
but
a little.
nobody's importing and exporting goods on the continent. Shut up.
Maybe he is in prison.
They don't know that.
Maybe
They do
I'll
know
try
that.
to look into pics.
I don't know how you'd imprison someone that can shapeshift like that.
I'll
Seems
put
like
pics on my void stocking list. 1 second.
Well,
Whis
I'm not sure.
comes up to you and taps right on your chest, like right here where the amulet would be.
Oh, me? Yeah.
He just
I'm gonna look down and be like, what?
flies off, makes another cowboy hat.
Maybe tomorrow I could make you another home. Do you want that, Whisk?
He zooms into your staff and bonks you in the head.
We can try and find Sandrick a cool hat.
It
I'll
doesn't
try
hurt,
to
it's
take
just
that
a-
as.
We could go to Taylor's Tailor.
I'm gonna just
Taylor's
look at the
clothes.
staff and be like, I'll take that as a no.
Maybe he wants us to become cowboys. We can live off the land.
We could start a chicken farm.
We can raise camels.
Oh my gosh, we could repopulate the continent with camels.
My gosh.
We can control the supply of camels and we can make a shit ton of money.
Levi,
To get a monopoly on the camel breeding.
We can start camel fights, we could take bids.
And they still have
Oh
no
my
idea what is
gosh.
happening.
We kill all the camel
I have
industry
done everything except for just tell them straight up what I'm trying to hint
in
towards.
this entire continent.
We can make armor for the camels and sell them.
Now they're trying to
It'll be a
raise
camel
camels.
selling monopoly.
Holy crap.
And the
Switches
government
to
wants us
Acquisitions
take over
Incorporated.
government. Yeah.
After we take over the government, that's our backup life.
Are you kidding? That's how we take over the government. They come after us because we're camel fighting in the camel monopoly. They come after us, and we take them down from where they start off.
We sick the camels after them.
Careful, they
They'll be-
spit.
They'll be battle hardened from all the fighting.
Do they?
They'll be hardened. They'll have cool scars and magic abilities.
Do they
We
spit?
enchant the camel's spit to be acidic.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Careful,
Do they spit?
Yes.
We enchant the camels.
Cheers.
I actually think it's already acidic. 1 second. No,
Isn't it just
smells
shot
really
out?
bad. Yeah.
It's like, don't they shoot it with such velocity it hurts, basically?
No, it just smells so bad that people no longer want to be around you.
I don't need a camel to spit at me for people to not want to be around me.
Like, not the time.
Okay.
That's why we're online.
So I can't get an in-person D&D group.
I'm going
Not the
to
fact that we all
before
live hours away.
we turn in to go to bed, I'm gonna just like ask the question. So, were you guys wanting? I know I have the most to gain from go. Oh, are you good?
What?
fire alarm's
Riley was
going on.
flinching like
Are fire alarms
gunshots.
going on?
Say
So we're gonna
her.
close it?
Say it sounds like a
Oh,
fire
okay.
alarm is doing a thing.
I had a split second where I thought Riley was like having a shooting at the college, and I was like,
No, it was a beep, not a bang.
the way she flinched, she was like, beep.
I would
Like
have flinched
I was like,
too.
those are gunshots. We
Nah, they're
run.
They're fine.
They're in New York, bruh.
Continue, Devin.
I don't think we can.
Well, they're gone because they have to do the fire drill.
I mean, we can. I can give my input to what you were gonna say, but we can go up to that point if you want.
What a
Let me think. What I just said.
You were gonna that it was only gonna be advantageous to you to go to the grove and figure out where the druids are.
I was just gonna ask when do you guys, if you guys were still planning on going.
My character's gonna look at you like it's not only advantageous to you. It's the first step towards helping the resistance in turn to take down the government. And that is like my one goal.
Oh, good. That's a relief.
Get it? Because it's a tree. Relief.
So-
What?
When I look at Senric and I go, wouldn't it be your only goal to take them down if you figured out they caused this blight?
That's what I was saying. My goals aligned with what with the arcane resistance. What would that be? What it's called?
What? Yeah. What is the group called? I totally forgot. I know it's like the Arcane Asylum.
I'm just
Astari.
I'm just making that. I'm canonizing that. I'm just gonna call it since we don't know.
What?
The arcane resistance.
Pretty sure
The
that's just what I've been calling them, is the arcane resistance. My notes just
Wait,
have no resistance
didn't you make
in here. The council
Didn't you make a
itself
funny,
has a name?
stupid thing with the word arcane?
I made a acronym for scholars.
Yeah, I can say it right now. The academic resources concerning all notable experiences.
I made an acronym for scholars. Because that's what it was before they took magic away from the people. And then those people became warriors, and they used that as a cover.
I just realized this music is getting intense.
The Council of Ardor is the name
well,
of
this
the
is
council.
nighttime.
The council is called the Council of Ardor. And they lead
Council, huh?
Ardor. Ardor. But
A-R-D.
I'm pretty sure I've just been calling them the Arcane Resistance. I haven't came up with a straight name, and it's not in my notes. But that's what I've been calling them, because that's what they are. Or the Resistance, or the Rebellion. They don't have a clever name.
What's our group name? What's our group name, guys?
The Amnesiacs.
That's crazy. How about something cooler, like something to do with whispers, which is another...
You guys had one. I don't know where it went.
It was in a... Oh, it's in group name ideas.
What the heck?
The one that...
What's that?
What?
Oh, right here.
Order of the Echoes.
Yeah. That also works for all of you, because echoes can mean your memories that you have all lost.
I like echoes. I feel like the order of it. I don't like that.
Yeah, there's no order among you guys. You have a wisp.
Should we just be Echoes?
Let me think of a cool name.
The Lost Echoes.
The Keepers of-
Forgotten
Keepers of the Echo.
Echoes. Forgotten Echo.
Forgotten echoes.
The Forgotten...
Keepers
the
of
Forgotten...
the Echo.
Yeah.
What are you the keepers of? Echo. Echo.
Yeah.
Echo. Echo. Echo.
The Lost Echoes. I don't know.
It's a bit gaudy, I have to say. It's a bit gaudy for a group.
I don't know if that's entirely true or not.
Let me think about this.
Listen, to be fair, a god is responsible for my power, Teo's power. A tree is responsible for your power.
Technically, druids can pull their power from nature and usually serve a
The
specific
tree
deity
is not
upon
the
their growth.
source. He just taught me. Like the whole thing is like when I went there,
That's
I
funny.
I was naturally developing just because I was in the Feywild and had to survive. I was naturally developing my
Senric.
druid powers. And then
I think bro touched
Senric.
the statue in the grove. Am I wrong?
Senric.
Yep.
How
He
did
stole
how did
his-
he take away your amulet? If he was just a tree. How did he come to the material plane and remove a physical item off of your person.
Magic.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No.
I don't know.
He's a
I am
sentient tree,
this
bruh.
close to spelling things out.
No, don't do this to me. I know what you're doing. I know what you're planning.
Do you? What am I planning,
Oh.
Devin? Tell me what I'm planning. I would love to know what I'm doing because I don't know. And
It
that's
was
what
actually
makes
a
it
shape
fun.
changer that was a tree.
It was actually fixed all
Did-
along.
Did Phalor just do a rug pull on me? Is that just what happened?
You don't know.
That would be so good. If you did that, that would be insane.
You don't know.
I don't know what you have in store,
I do.
but if
Kind of.
that was the case,
A little bit.
you did it so well that even me didn't know. I didn't even think of that.
I know. There's a lot of things you haven't thought of that I have been trying to get your attention towards.
I'm so dumb. I do know. I just take things as they are. I'm like, that sounds about right. He's
Is
a
it-
powerful. He's a powerful.
There's a
And
lot of
so I
things that you haven't grasped that I have been heavily hinting towards. This is another one of those heavy hints.
Look, dude, we're men. We don't take hits. It's like the whole thing. Fell to the ground.
Look,
Holy shit.
look, Micah. I'm not used to people actually crafting good stories for me, so I'm just like. Not that your other stories weren't good. I'm just
They
like
weren't.
with you specifically. You actually put time into them. So I'm like, hey, if Elder Grove needs to do it, I guess he just does it. I don't know.
Guys, hear me
I
out.
didn't think of that. Frick me.
Every failed roll,
No.
every succeeded. No, I'm joking.
He's just belligerent by the end of the
Every
night.
time your character dies. He's not
He
dead.
He jumped off a cliff.
Nick's like, all right. Say less.
like a dude drowning himself. He holds his head into the fire. Just
Are you
Sandrick, you're
hopping
sitting
on-
there, and all of a sudden, this will that Jack never once seemed to have possessed before consumes him, and he just hops into the fire.
he just starts floating and just hears ligma balls and dies.
He watches you die.
Devin, are you joining us tomorrow?
I'm going to.
Oh
try.
yeah,
Yes,
I've been
that's the plan.
meaning to talk to you about that because I had
Elijah
David
talked
asking
to
me.
me, so
Who's
David
Mr.
was,
Kaiser?
that's David, Abigail's fiance.
Oh.
He was talking to me, saying who's all gonna be there, and I said all these people, and I'm gonna yell at Devin tonight. Devin, you should
Elijah
be there.
told me
It'll be fun.
today, so
We'll
I
have a
should
bunch of
be.
us.
I'm ready to run another 3-man tank squad and fucking wreck some shit.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you weren't there, Micah, but me, Devin, and Elijah were in a Stewart, and we were running laps around Panzers, dude. We were going crazy.
Bro said,
And this one
hang
time,
on, let me cook.
I think we were in a Panzer II, or like the medium Panzer or whatever, and I'm driving, and we pull up, and there's 2 tanks in front of us, and I just said, I'm not stopping, I'm going around. We kill one of the tanks, and the other one kills us. But
Nice.
we were like, they were like looking at us, and we were right here.
Yeah,
It's like,
considering the position we were in, it's impressive that
The
we
fact
even
that you
got a
got
kill
one,
off.
yeah.
We literally pulled the corner, and there's just 2 tanks looking at us. We were like, ooh.
Welcome back. Nothing burned down. No one's dead.
No, just one of our
Hi.
roommates cooked in the kitchen badly again.
Molto bene. Okay, so
I just
Devin has been
Pitched
given the heaviest of hints while you were gone, and he still doesn't know what I've been hinting towards.
Oh, what'd you say?
That I've been hinting
Devin,
towards
I'm
stuff
sorry to
this entire
say,
time.
the tree's not your real father.
You
Dang
do
it,
not
Nick, you
have
ruined the
oak in
surprise.
your DNA strands. Oak tree is not in your DNA, dude. Believe it or not.
Okay,
You ain't got that oaky
Is that the
look.
hint?
so
You don't look like a tree.
You're not very oaky.
You're not very oaky.
Wait a minute. Looks like pulls a leaf from the back of my ear. This isn't maple. You know.
This is birch.
Oh, no.
No wonder I'm so white.
Birch and maple leaves look
It's from my
nothing
mom's side.
I know that's fine.
I'm just wondering, two trees
He just
somehow
the
made
hint that
sandwich.
he gave just to make. He said, "Why is it that
sticks in mud.
Elder Grove would appear to me in a vision and just take my necklace from
How
me
could
physically?"
something that is locked on the Feywild be able to come to the prime material plane and take a physical item off of him?
Oh, because it's
Because he stole my necklace with my.
because he's a god.
Whoa.
That's the only possible way.
Or he's not in the Feywild, and he came here with you.
That is also an option.
Rose got
I don't want to
three
give.
days.
I don't want to give away too much of my story, but that.
Right here.
I'm trying, Micah.
It's not even hinting. I literally just told you.
Wait,
No,
what are you
there's
saying?
more.
I
Oh,
thought I
well,
put it together.
That was
makes
an
sense.
obvious piece. That was the obvious
Oh.
Piece. There is a not so obvious piece that doesn't need to be realized right now, but I've hinted towards it.
No, Taylor, how do you
Wait,
feel about
wait
the
a minute.
Order of the Echoes?
Wait a minute.
How do you feel about
Wait a
that
minute.
name?
Is the name of our group of misfits, he means.
Yeah.
What?
How do you feel about the name Order of the Echoes for like our group name?
Sure.
It's a little
Sounds
too
good to
gaudy
me.
for me.
That's what makes it fun.
What, Devin?
Because then people will be expecting so much, and then we can underwhelm them.
So where my brain is going, and I don't know if I'm going the right
Why
way.
not just be
If it
whelmed?
was Thalor that took my necklace and told me to go to the Blight, or the Blight was at the center of the kingdom. What is that? Why would he tell me that? What's at the center of the king? Is it him? Is he the center? Is he in charge of all this, or is it like I'm trying to figure out what he would have to gain?
You don't know.
Okay,
Money,
wait. I don't know how
power.
much my character knows. I have to think about this.
Right. You don't even know if it's him.
Our Camel Kingdom.
Yeah.
Is the camel guy Thalor?
That would be
The dystopian
great.
universe in which Aladdin happens is actually this universe. We just haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. Anyway, last thing I asked the group was, I know it's advantageous for me. I know it's more advantageous for me to want to go to Willow Shade, but what are your guys' thoughts on it? When do you guys want to go? And Jack said, what Jack said. I forget what you were saying.
I said it's also advantageous to me because that is like my new updated goal is to just
It's his only
Take on the
purpose in life
kingdom.
right now.
to assist the
Basically.
resistance.
to get revenge.
Vengeance. I'm Batman.
Vengeance.
What are we
yes.
getting revenge on?
The people who killed your parents
The kingdom,
and you.
the powers
Yeah.
that be.
Oh, Jack.
Who's to blame for our deaths? Obviously the kingdom.
Inevitably, we have to get into the kingdom, and if the
Willow Shade.
Willow Shade will get us closer to that, then by all means we should go.
Wait, the Elder Grove, not what? Whoa, you're
No,
freaking.
no.
No, we
Willow
Wait,
Shade.
no, no, no.
Willow
I
Shade.
see what you mean. Not the friggin'.
He just had a zip bomb go off in his head. Give him a 35 years.
That's wild. That's wild.
So,
I still that question that I asked still stand. What are your guys' opinion? When do you guys want to head? Do you, and when, if you do, when do you want to head off to Willow Shade?
Michael, what was that little sub task that you wanted us to potentially do last week? But then we said Jackbox party games. Is that still available?
that was me saying, "Oh, I don't have all my players, but they still want to play D&D. Back up, go."
Is it still available?
Technically, but we don't have time.
Oh. Damn. Love combat.
Sure does. Big
Heyo.
combat. Sure
No one.
does.
Yeah, I'd go. I mean, I don't really have anything to do here, so. But since you guys seem to know more about what's going on with the Feywilds than anyone else, makes sense for me to stick with you guys rather than hang around here by myself.
Maybe maybe if we end up ever meeting the Elder Grove again, he might be able to explain more of your situation than me.
Oh my gosh, I downed their.
Would anybody benefit from staying here a few more days before we leave?
We could take as much time as we need. I'm not in a rush, but I am eager to go.
If I'm not
Good.
wrong, he lost connection with this druid.
Above table, you're saying?
Above table.
It,
He lost.
we,
He said
he no, yeah, he lost connection with like a
A
druid grove resistance.
There's a
Flat
grove
Earth.
of druids
Yeah.
up there. Senric knows about them because he physically fought them. They're
Oh,
like
shit.
right next to Willowshade.
Yeah. Okay.
One of them was
So-
the one that banished him to the Feywild. I think you said all this. I hope I'm not spoiling things.
He just used plain from banishment.
You did
whatever
spoil that,
spell
but
is.
I did think of it and
Oh, I'm sorry.
kind of figured it out.
I don't
but
remember what
it's
was
fine.
said. I'm sorry. I thought you told everyone, but it might have just been NPC conversation. I think it was.
You had to get
NPC.
there somehow.
Sorry.
Well, I don't know. I'm. Stanric doesn't know. Don't worry. He doesn't know. I might know. He doesn't.
No, I mean like in that grove.
Is okay. Yeah.
I didn't mean like they are there now. I meant like that back then.
Okay.
How much?
None of
how
you
much
know
more
anything about right now.
preparation-
Heck, I don't know yet.
Do we want to just do this above table? Does anyone want to stay here for more days? Because I don't.
I was
I
about
have
to
nothing
say,
I can do.
as you guys are going to
I'm
bed,
fine.
how long are you staying here? Are you gonna do some more shopping stuff?
I have
Is-
absolutely no money, and I don't think there's much money to be had.
Is there any more
Here.
preparation that we could do with potions that Noah could make, or
You
Um,
can visit the shops, see if anyone has anything for you on your mission. Check out the shops.
there is enchant this?
There is the enchantment place. There's the forge. The three
There's
hammers.
the three hammers.
There's the divination tent. There is.
Tent of divination. There's
the-
Taylor's cloaks.
You can go get fancy clothes if you want.
You can
There's
get your
9th
cowboy
level
hat.
mending.
You've
Get a
been
cowboy
there.
hat.
9th level
Yeah.
mending is Zakia's shop.
Wouldn't that be funny if that became an article of clothing associated with me, a cowboy hat?
Let's do
It
it.
wouldn't really fit the theme, but it would be cool.
It's
You can finally have a midlife crisis and get a cowboy hat.
It's like
that's why I own two trench
I
coats.
went from being a mental like 18-year-old, I forget how old I was,
I don't
to
know
like
how old you are.
like damn near close to 50. I'm just like
Yeehaw.
Time to start my midlife crisis now.
Full 360. Back on my.
The old Sandrick wasn't balding because he had no stress. The new Sandrick is now heavily balding because he has all of his stress back.
I feel like it's
I'm
the
just
other way
like-
around. Old Senric, or
no, yeah, dude. I
young Senric
my time
was
in the
like.
Feywild was like when I became a dang sage. I was practically a sage there. So
Okay, so
I'm a lot more zened out.
you guys take your long rest. You get up. Are we doing anything before you head out?
How
just
much
gonna-
money do we have exactly?
Are we shopping? Are you just gonna head straight there? How do you plan on getting there?
It's probably not enough for anything.
You don't know.
I
You
mean, we
haven't
could
looked at
probably go
prices.
talk to the person who told us about this. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Toros,
for a
I believe.
They said
Because-
they
Or Lod.
Wasn't it Toros?
what was the name
No.
of that?
Toros was the wizard that stormed out. He was.
What was the
main
name
guy.
of that general dude? Because he said he hit or like he took care of our boat. So I'm assuming he didn't just destroy it.
No. I don't. He never gave you his name. I don't think.
Because we do need a way out of here.
Right.
They
Orlod
probably would provide it. For
was the speaker of the council, and he's the one that gave you your mission.
I don't have the amulet anymore, correct?
Oh, hey, yeah, it's right there, Devin.
No.
Arcane resistance, right there in my notes. No, you gave them the amulet. You gave that to Orlon.
I will stop wearing it then.
I say we find the general guy or the leader.
I would like to get my tarot card reading because I want to.
I want to go with him.
We can make 2 stops.
We'll get a tarot reading and then we'll go find the general.
I need you to
He
know
probably has our boat somewhere.
how excited I am for that.
Well, we go
You
get
can
our
ask
tarot.
the tarot card person where the boats are.
Yeah.
You could certainly try. I spent $100 on this box. A ways ago. Well, I was still living at camp. And I have not been able to use it yet. I'm very excited.
Is it a tarot box?
It is the deck of many extended things. It is an extra rule set for the deck of many, and it comes with the deck of many, and then 2 more decks of many, but different, all different things. And it
You
has
didn't tell me we were going to be drawing from the deck of many things.
it can be
Hey,
used as the deck of many, or it can be used as tarot card readings, or you can use it to create dungeons.
That's fire.
It's so cool. It functions like Strahd, or for dungeons, like Strahd did, but like for dungeons, or just extra magical cards.
I would like to get my tarot card reading.
All right, cool. Anyway, so you guys, divination tent. Where else are we going?
To the council, I think.
To the council?
To go
No, to the
To the boats?
The gen.
How do
I
you
wanna
plan
go
on
find-
getting there? Because this is like a couple months' journey by foot.
What?
You are going all the way across the continent.
We are. Did
Willow
you not see the
Shade, if
map,
you go
dude? Do you
to
not know where it is?
World Lore.
Dude, we are gone. We
It
are
is.
cooked.
So if you look
The second to last image, you see it right there by the
Mhm.
mountains.
top left corner, in the mountains, Willow Shade.
And we are an
You could
island
boat there.
below
You
Port
could-
Evo.
Boat all the way up the river into that lake, and then boat all the way up that lake, and then walk the rest of the way.
Okay. Don't rivers flow outwards to oceans?
Yes.
Or am I tweaking? So
They
we
do.
would be fighting
Fighting
We'd be
current,
fighting
yes, but
current.
But we're really good sailors.
somehow you are.
Theoretically.
You guys are rolling crazy.
We'll get his tarot card read, and then we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Thinking of
I don't know how
options
tarot
here.
card. I've never had my cards been read or whatever it is. I don't know how it works. She just puts a card in front of me and says, "You're gonna die." I don't know. I don't know what happens.
Sense death in your future. Pulls out a Glock.
Well, how about yours?
What do I want?
The first card's the death card just because you're already dead, and that's wild.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
That would be funny. No, I have an order set up, designed for this, of what the cards mean and what order they're drawn.
I want to play the mini game. I want to talk us into not having to kill and fight an owlbear.
You already did that.
Exactly.
Go step on a D4. Me,
I
I'm gonna
will,
use
Micah.
combat
I'll
to
put it
stall
on. I'll
because I
put my
don't know
metal
what
one
I'm
on the ground
doing.
and I'll step on it.
Me, I'm gonna use combat to stall because I don't know what I'm doing. Nick, peace has always been an option.
I'm pretty sure that's
Mercy is a
might
skill
be-
more people can use.
that might be around the time when Jack was like, maybe I should be nicer, because Noah was like, maybe you shouldn't harass everybody and be like, who the fuck are
Okay,
you?
so
I didn't say you should be nicer until we got to
say you guys just didn't want to fight the owlbear.
I didn't want to fight it. I'm the only one that could see it.
Yeah.
Because that was the only reason you introduced yourself to the stupid blacksmith. Because I told you should be nicer like 20 minutes before.
You won't introduce yourself to this blacksmith. Alright, so. Okay, so, you guys. You two are going to the tent. You two are going to somewhere else?
We could do that. We could split up, and you and I
Are
could
we
find
splitting the party? Or the party going together?
the guard, or whatever he was. I kind of forget.
Let's.
You
I want,
call
all right.
them
Let's.
together.
What are we doing before I start doing things?
I can do that. I don't know what
Same.
Teo wants to do, but Sanric will go.
I'll go with
find
you,
the
I
guard.
guess.
All right.
Okay.
Are you going to the guard or the council?
I want to go to find that guard to try to get our boat. We
So
need
your
to
guys,
hit mainland
what is your guys'
before we
current
make it.
plan to get the Willow Shade?
Boat.
Boat.
Get to the main continent first. I think that's the first.
I
part of
was
the plan.
thinking of going back to Port Evo and then seeing if we could find I can't remember. Ships still come in or don't they?
We are
No.
not
Port
allowed to
Evo.
go to Port Evo.
You can go
Yeah,
to
that-
the port in a ship with a satyr.
We can go back to Valeris.
You're a little
GG.
cooked.
Wait, was that not the name of the? Maybe I'm getting
We
names
left
mixed
from
up.
Valeris because we're not allowed to go to Port Evo.
That's right, Valeris. Head back to Valeris and see if do ships still come into Valeris?
No.
But Old Guard has a dock.
He does.
Say,
have a
do you
dock.
know where the secret dock is, and you can get back to there.
I want to see if we could find a ship that would actually sail us all the way to at least.
Your current ship will take you there. Your current ship is good enough to go, is small enough to not be seen on the ocean, big enough to handle the ocean, but it's like a sailboat, just a little bit bigger. Like you could easily take it down the river.
Okay, I wasn't thinking the river. Could we go up?
Or you could take it to wherever
would
you were
struggle.
planning on.
I think. I don't know. I've never sailed up a river, but I'm sure Jack's prior person would know how rough that is.
You're a person.
What's your plan? How you getting the Willow Shade?
I think we sail along the coast as close to Willowshade as we can get, like maybe close to South Call, and then either head on foot or I would head on foot up the river until we get to the lake, and then we'll figure out from there. I don't know. We just.
Oh my gosh, guys! We still have a carriage. We have a carriage at.
Oh, we do. We do have a carriage in Valeris.
We have a carriage.
That's
the
gonna
one that
take
we stole.
so much longer than sailing to South
Say it's
Call.
still like over a month's journey.
All the way around.
I feel like it'd be the same. You'll be going faster on ship, but it's more direct on land. It'd still be like a month and a half of
Maybe
just
the month
straight
and a half.
travel with no detours.
Is
Well-
there a better way to do it?
I don't know, is there?
I wasn't
doesn't-
asking you.
If we could teleport like that one guy.
That would be sick. We could ask the council to teleport.
Oh, do you think
don't-
council has a teleport?
I click
But
my
do you think
heels
they have
3
that?
times.
They have like a
Yeah,
shadow
but-
traveling nexus around here?
A greater teleportation.
Me and her can go to the council to figure out if they're the best way to get there. And you guys get your tarot card reading. I think
Huge.
priorities are a little fricked up, but don't worry. You guys do what you do.
We gotta feed into Micah's,
You don't have
wants
to.
sometimes.
We got weird mind stuff going on. Tarot cards got weird mind stuff going on. We're kind of on rhythm.
Divination
Okay.
magic stuff. Divination magic stuff.
See?
Okay.
See?
For now, that's what we got. We'll go to the council to ask if there's any faster way to get there than
Wait.
on land.
Oh wait, no, that's hard.
sea.
Meta. Oh wait, no, it's not.
Okay.
I need to write this down.
All right, so you two heading to tarot cards. As you enter the tent, the smell of incense instantly hits you. Like you don't smell it, and then you pull the door, and you don't smell it until you step in, and then you step in, and it's like hitting a wall of incense.
I got a Bath and Body Works in here.
Worse.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, but it's all one scent. It's not a mix.
oh, huge.
It's all one incense, so it's not that bad. And as you walk in, a hooded figure goes, "Welcome. I have been expecting you."
You've been expecting us?
What, yes? Does my
How'd
job?
you-
All
how'd-
four
how'd
of you.
We're not
I thought,
there.
I thought we split up.
You did.
We did.
Oh, there's not 4 of us though.
Not
Just the
physically in this tent, but in total, yes.
I have no clue what you just said.
Love microphones. Not total in the tent, but combined, there is 4 of you here.
What?
Not in the tent.
It's
Yeah, I
well
know
known
not
that
in the
there's
tent.
4 of us.
You're fourth walling, aren't you? Is that the joke?
No, she just.
There's no joke. She
Divination.
knows that.
Divination.
It's tarot
Brother.
card. It's fortune telling.
I'm
There's
tweaking.
Have
no
you never
brother.
even-
There's 4 of us, or she knows it.
Man has never seen a person tarot card reader in his life. I swear.
Psychic man.
My specialty is divination magic. I am able to see what those cannot.
Okay. Like, I don't understand. How can you see what things are not? Like, Jack just simply doesn't understand.
She pulls
Jack,
off
how
her
do you
hood.
see things that are not there? What do you mean?
Well,
Bro's like,
There's a
what's the
magic man in my
science
head."
behind it? I need to know. Some magic isn't real science.
Jack, you see things that aren't there. What do you mean?
yeah, well, that's because there's a guy in my head making me see it.
The guy in my head, what are you calling?
Guy,
Bro said I'm Moon Knight.
God, you.
The funniest thing is to not believe in divination magic.
Right? It's like bro is literally the pinnacle of divination, and he's like, I don't believe it. Where's the
Dude,
science? Where's the proof?
Dude's like a Karen. Goes to a tarot card reading and she's like, I can read your future. And
I
is
can
like,
tell you're a
"I
fake.
don't think
Fog
so."
machine under the table. You got little. You make
No,
the table shake.
Could
No,
be.
I just-
I
Could
see
be.
the
This just doesn't
speakers.
make sense.
I just don't understand it, bro.
All in one talk, I'm literally just yelling at Jack, being like, "What the heck are you doing?"
As you say this, she lifts back her hood and looks up at you, and this is a tabaxi,
I don't.
cat person,
Okay, thank you.
and she looks up at you, and her eyes are just completely whited out.
In my talk, I go, I think she's blind.
She's a seer, Jack. Of course she's blind.
How could she see if she's blind?
Third sight, man. Third sight.
Okay.
Where did my sticky note go? I need this.
We'll trust the process and don't know how we got there.
All right.
God gives his strongest divination wizard his dumbest
I'm not
customer.
even a divination wizard, dude.
No. So
No, I'm talking on the tabaxi side.
she
dude.
pulls out a deck of cards. She starts to shuffle it, and she goes, you are here for a reading?" Like, not a question. Like, it's a statement.
Yes.
She knows.
Assumed.
Not even assumed. Like, confidently, like, you're here. I know you are. And she goes, "It is split into 3 parts. First," and she pulls out a card, "the challenge." She sets it down in front of you. She pulls out another deck. Shuffles that. "Then, after the challenge, it is that which is needed." And she draws another card. She places it. Then, a third deck. "And then after what is needed, that which is hidden."
This
She
somehow
pulls-
connects to anything Jack needs. He's gonna flip, bro.
A third card. Places.
You need to chill out.
You're like, holy shit, I should have trusted her.
You need
She
to calm
flips
down.
the first card. The challenge. The throne.
Holy shit.
The second card. That which is needed. The bridge. And finally, the third card. That which is hidden. The ring.
Go on the Mordor.
So it's canon.
So because I didn't prep this beforehand, I'm gonna go and look up what the meanings of these cards are to give you a better description.
Okay.
And
No, I can tell. I can say it right now. See, what's going to happen is you're going to be reigning over all of Komar after the end of this campaign.
no,
You're going to get married. That's what's hidden at some point.
We will be the kings and queens of Narnia.
And you're going to build bridges with all the nobility that previously went against magic.
That's about it.
Alternatively, we become Sauron.
I don't.
That's
prefer
an option.
I do have
No.
a glass eye that can see. We can.
she
Exactly.
pulls up the throne and she goes, "This represents a creature or a person. One that is ruling. One with immense magical power. In command." Hang on, I gotta flip. It's in alphabetical order.
Meta, is this like the reading for both of us or just me?
Your whole party,
Oh, okay.
because she said all 4 of you.
Spirit-wise, you guys are there in spirit. Gotcha.
She knows you're there.
The essence of the party.
The essence of
No.
the internet and Discord and webcams.
Yeah. She sees all
Three
of it.
word. Yeah. She must be blind so she can see through the eyes of God.
No, I don't think
She's
that's it.
she's reading these cards to you. Like she read the names to you as she flipped them.
Oh.
The bridge
So there's a
represents that of a organizer or a mastermind, someone who is putting things into motion, coordinating, connecting. Finally, the ring. I don't know where my sticky note just went, and I kind of needed that. This was that which was hidden. Okay. The ring represents an item long lost to time on this continent. An item that which you will need to overcome the challenge that was placed.
Can you put the cards in the dice cam so we can see them?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what was the bridge again? I'm doing it for notes.
The bridge was connections.
Connections.
I'm just gonna
Like
take a picture
teamwork,
with my phone because it'll
connections.
probably be easier for you guys.
Oh.
I got these with the intent of using them in a physical campaign, and then I moved away from camp, and so there was no more physical campaign. What I would give
I don't know
to
about-
have a physical campaign. We don't know what.
Shockingly, I from what little I know where this campaign is going, sounds like it almost could work. Sounds like it almost could fit.
It already fits. I already figured out how to make it fit. I read the cards and went, "Oh, that's this, this, and that." You don't know
Right.
because I have the entirety of the world lore, including lore of how the continent was formed. So,
Did it crash into the moon?
yes. So the first one, the throne, is the challenge. The second, the bridge, is that which is needed. And the third one, the ring, is that which is hidden. The throne, the challenge, the ruler, the one with magical powers. The bridge, the connection between forces, the leader, organizer, is that which is needed. In the ring, an item long lost to time, to which it no longer has a name, that which is hidden. You will need these two to overcome the challenge. That was $100 well spent for that one scene.
Ah,
That's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty
No,
cool.
I love these cards. They're so cool. Look at this. They're gold trimmed. So
Dang.
yeah, they look dope.
paint patches. Whoa.
And
Dude
like,
is gonna be throwing a tarot card reader in every town we ever visit. in
no,
every
I only did
campaign.
because I had
Gotta
this
make
planned.
up for that $100.
I've had this plan since I created a story. This has been sitting on my shelf since I bought it, never used.
I bet Eris has those wherever he is.
True.
Eris has these basic ones that I already have. The original deck I bought. This is that deck with 2 more extra decks.
I knew that actually.
The original deck I bought was what I used for Strixhaven because I didn't want to get these out because I didn't need the extra 2. I had that one on me and I left this at home. So, she looks up at you from the cards. Your journey is far from over. But there is potential for all of you. For the Order of the Echoes.
We're stuck with it. Can't go away now. You gonna say anything, Nick?
They just stare at her.
I'm
Man's
not
an
supposed to be-
NPC for real.
I'm just like, how does she read those cards, man? I understand it's. I can now understand it's better to not understand at all. Behind the reasoning behind the tarot cards. Thank you. The challenge, the need, and the hidden.
Yes.
I don't remember what the second one was. It's what's
No,
needed.
that's right. The challenge, that which is needed.
The
Here.
throne. The powerful monster. The
That
powerful
which is
person.
needed.
The bridge. The connections. Teamwork.
That was supposed to be a shift.
organization,
Shift enter and it wasn't.
And then the item.
I got it. I got it in my notes.
Nope, I'm putting it here for everyone.
What?
I hate
Then
you.
Mind Palace won't be a OP anymore.
I'm sure it will end up in Nick's notes, but here's that for you guys.
Oh, I also gave free translations again.
I'm gonna rotate the image and resend it.
Dang.
I didn't realize it
Well,
was
I-
gonna do that.
I thank you for your time and sorry for criticizing you in the beginning. If I did.
Most don't understand until they see.
You'd think we'd be a little bit more open-minded than most.
It is all right.
Well, I can see it now.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your efforts and for what you are going to do.
Like, okay, I leave. We leave. Like, I didn't think I had to audibly say it because last time it was a joke.
Didn't know if you had
Thank
more
you for your
dialogue you
time.
wanted.
No, that's how you end a conversation. Thank you for your time. Yeah.
And we get out of there.
Roughly.
No, Noah's. Nick, not Noah. Nick's at a freaking some friend's house. He's like a hug. Hey, drive safe out that.
All right, listen. Just because the
NPC
NPCs
turns around, walks away.
Just because the NPCs understand social cues doesn't mean I do.
Yeah, this is like
Just like your
mouse.
characters wouldn't do this stupid thing, the NPCs wouldn't either.
This has started to turn into everybody is telling me what my story is, and I don't know what it is.
This is you could consider it a prophecy, but it's more of like it's not like
Loose
this is
guidelines?
how it's going to go. It's like this is a loose understanding of what could happen.
Death card. You're gonna die.
She's just a prophet.
No, this is just we need to explain to Nick that his character's a little bit psychic.
Bro goes, I'm psychic? I thought I could just do that. I didn't realize I was psychic.
You can't communicate with your sister.
Wait, it's not normal?
He's still
That's
kind of
weird.
wrapping himself around the whole Magus god thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shut up, Magus. Love that guy. Big fan of Magus.
He's like, there's something there. Wait, it's a god? Wait, divination magic? Wait, he's what?
To be fair,
He's like-
Bro had no memory of before he had telepathy, so...
The moon haunts you. Okay, so.
All right, guys, I'm now Jake.
I did that to myself. Okay, so. Teo and Senric. What are we doing?
We're going to go to the council building, I believe.
We're going to see the wizard.
Which one?
Want to?
Oz?
The wonderful wizard.
He
I
doesn't-
take it
there-
the council.
You've met this wizard. He is not wonderful.
Whatever.
I'm
Like,
gonna click
I
my
don't.
heels 3 times and then we're gonna be there.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place
That would
like
be
home.
crazy. They just gave us red shoes.
Yeah.
We have to send them back by mail. Snail mail.
Not only are they shoes, but they're heels.
One person at a time.
I'm trying to remember. I was a bit rushed, like the whole setting of like how we met the council.
Theo try to wear heels though.
They said, "Hey, you have important information and items. Go talk." And then you went and talked, and then they were like, and then the wizard guy was like, "Ah!" And then the one dude stood up.
No,
and
I
was like,
I got
"Leave."
that. But it's not like a building. They're just in there all the time.
They have there's a building. They're usually like when you walk through the halls, it's kind of got the idea that they live there.
Okay.
They got their office hours.
Yeah, they have office hours to an extent, but like they also kind of like are leading a war front, so it's not really much time when they're not meeting because they're leading a war. So
All right. We can head to the council building and see if whatever people are there and talk with them
okay.
if we can.
You walk up to. As you're walking up to the building, you see a human with blue scales running down the side of his face onto his neck that disappear underneath his cloak. And as you're walking up, he tilts his head for a second, looks at you, and goes, "I recognize you." And you also recognize him. He was sitting in on the council. He was one of the council members.
I think I remember him.
And he looks at you and goes, What are you doing over here? You need something?"
Our party was planning on leaving off to the mission you gave us, and we just
the druids.
came to ask for help to see if there's any quicker way to make it than land or sea to the grove.
Well, I'd have to talk to Orlad. He's the one with the most. He's the head of the council. I'm sure we might be able to arrange something for you. Come. We can discuss something. And he leads you to the council chamber doors, and he turns around and goes, "Just wait here 1 second in case they're in the middle of something." And he slips into the chamber. You wait for a minute or two. And then he comes back out. He goes, "All right, come on." And he leads you into the chamber, and he goes and takes his seat. Only half the members are here right now. So
Was that a question?
no, that I'm telling you.
of the
only,
council, I
of the
see.
council, only half the members of the council are sitting at their seats right now. Orlad is there. Gilshaz, the cleric, is there. there is a gnome. There is the sorcerer. No, well, and then there's Tauros, the wizard. I think that's like half. There's 9. I mean, I named 4, 5, something like that. Close enough. All right. And the sorcerer who you were talking to goes, and what is it that you need?
Our party wishes to take off towards Willowshade for our mission, but we came asking for help. If there is any way we could get there faster than land or sea, it would take months to get there otherwise.
Orlad looks at your group, or looks at the two of you for a second. You, don't have any means of teleportation yourselves?
Does Henrik, just for the sake of roleplay? I don't think so.
Not at third level spells. No, you don't. You
No.
have, like, short distance stuff.
No, yeah, short distance. Other than short distance, no.
Well, for the sake of my concern on the druids, I'm sure we could arrange a teleportation as close as we can to where they are, to the grove. And I'm sure we could provide you with a scroll for you to return. But we wouldn't be able to give you more than one scroll, so someone would have to take you there and back. And as he says that, he like looks over to the side, and Tauros goes, "No, no, no." And Orlad goes, "Yes. It's for the druids." Tauros just glares and goes, "Fine, I will."
I'll look at him and being like, we would be ever appreciative of it, Tauros, right?
Yes, and so were a lot of people for my services. But if
I'm
it
just
helps
gonna
end
awkwardly look at him.
this war and get us closer to a victory, then I guess it's worth it. I don't like being put with the newbies. And Orlad goes, "Yes, well, who else do we have?" Tauros like stops and like just sits in frustration for a second. Fine, they won't be newbies for long. And he gets out, like, motions for you to follow, and goes to walk out the door. And Orlad turns to you guys. He's a good man. He just has his own scars. Try not to tick him off. The only person he seems to actually not be angry at is Zakia. And we even think he just tolerates the man. We don't even know what's going on over there.
I'm just gonna look up and be like, oh, no worries. For me personally, I'm really good at not letting things get underneath my skin, and like kind of gesturing towards the staff.
You gesture to the staff, but at this point, you notice Whisk actually hasn't been in it for majority of this conversation, and he has been pestering the gnome, who, in an attempt to get him to stop, has like summoned a little handful of bugs to like swarm him. So as he's messing with the gnome's messing with him, and they're both like trying to annoy each other. and one up each other.
And then he casted a fireball.
Like, that's it. Explosion.
Um,
You just get an outreach of the room, and it's just like,
he like reaches out and he like taps Whisk, and Whisk just bamps right next to you, and Whisk was like, "What? Huh? Huh? What?" Oh,
I'm just gonna lean over to Whisk and be like, I think you just got put in your place.
I'll show him.
Oh, just like to aggravate him.
He just goes, "I'll show him," and the gnome goes, she goes, I keep forgetting that I put like gender markers next to all my NPCs, and then I never read them. She goes, I've dealt with Fae before. I know how to deal with them again. You can certainly try. And Whisk just gets more flustered and annoyed by it, and he's like, yeah. Mad that he's been out annoyed. Or Loud goes, best not to keep Tauros waiting. I await to hear your mission's success, and hope to find that the druids are safe. Take your team.
I'll just like, oh, go ahead.
Take your team and go, and say if we're fortunate, we'll add more allies to our cause, so that we can unify against this entity in the kingdom. Root out this evil.
I'll just bow my head. As do I. We'll get back to you as soon as we have good news. And turn to leave.
As you guys turn to leave, Orlod goes, "Oh, one more thing. Beings of magical... what's the word I want? Nature aren't really accepted in the kingdom right now due to all of what's going on. I'd advise you find a way to hide yourself when among the populace." Gesturing to you, Teo. I myself have had quite the difficulty with that, as his head is literally fire. But best of luck. Magus knows we need it. And with that,
we'll
he
take our leave.
dismisses you. Yep. As you exit, the wood elf that is Tauros is waiting for you. All right, let's go.
Will this take long?
As long as it takes to find your friends and leave. I haven't got all day, but...
They were at
If
the
it's-
turret. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
They said they were going off to get a tarot card reading. You could probably find them there.
Visited old Tansy, eh? Them prophets are all sorts of whack. Gotta
Trust me,
respect
if you
the
knew
magic.
Jack and Noah, it would track.
Well, it is divination, which is something I understand.
If are we heading out then?
Yeah.
As we're going, I'm gonna look over at Teo and be like, "Do you have a way of hiding yourself?"
Not particularly, no. I don't have any spells or anything that could help me with that either. I do
Metagame.
What
have
if we-
strong person though. So
I'm
Give a
just gonna
couple
look at
buffers,
you and be
so-
like,
What if we
What?
got a really big pair of pants?
Yeah, I could have.
No, like kind of legitimately, that's pretty much what you could
Or
do. Just wear boots and pants.
yeah,
Or a skirt.
Percy
I know you're a
Jackson style.
dude, but
The horns?
we can get you
True.
a big ass manly skirt.
Just wear a hood.
true.
Yeah.
Those are called
Make it look
kilts.
Irish.
Not always.
I know.
The thing that is something that like every manly like representation of a skirt in history is always short.
That's not true.
I don't. Other than a robe,
That's a robe.
we could get you a robe.
could
Satyrs
give me a
rock
robe.
robes. Satyrs
Yeah.
rock robes.
Devin, will you buy me a robe for my birthday?
I'll get you like a Greek Caesar robe and with laurels. You'd look awesome.
Heck
We
yeah.
can stab
No.
you. It'd be a great group project.
Let's
We got
go!
like
27 times, I think was the number.
Hopefully no one backs out.
Huh?
So,
What?
Hopefully no one backs out of the group project of stabbing you.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
because
would
see,
suck.
70 were supposed to, but only 27
Yeah.
did. So
So is that
Oh,
something we
no.
should actually do? Get her a get him a robe.
I mean, a robe's an option. It
Yeah.
wouldn't cover his feet though.
I could just put like boots on and
Boots and pants. Pants and
like
boots.
yeah.
You
Pair of
like
Jordans.
high boots and then a really long robe.
Boots and pants.
Yeah.
Pants and boots. And
Boots and boots.
Boots and pants.
And a robe, triple protection,
Yeah.
and a hat.
It will
What
look
did you want
terrible,
picked up?
but
Teo
Yeah.
We
gets
could get
the
her
cowboy, hat.
I get the
Teo
cowboy
gets
hat.
the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
That's actually brilliant.
In a trench coat.
I'm sure we wasn't sure there was going to be a use for Taylor's cloaks, but now there is.
Could we quick stop? Can we? I'll ask him. Could we stop at the Taylor so we could find something that could cover up that and look pointing at the goat feet, or
Just that.
just that, just
Point
all of
zero
that.
vibe.
Just all of
Ewy,
that.
Ewy. We don't like that.
Oh shoot! Where did that note go?
Ugh.
That's
I
for
am
future sessions because
full.
we're gonna not get to that today.
Oh,
Here you are.
How
Okay.
much would just clothes be? There's no
Toros
way.
turns to you and goes, "Yes, make it quick. I will go find your friends and wait for you there."
Darn. No montage.
No,
A montage.
I have a bit, and I'm gonna use it. Each one of these stores has a bit, so you better believe I'm gonna use them. So as you enter Taylor's Cloaks, there is a human who is behind the counter, and she is currently working with someone else. So not behind the counter. I said the wrong things. Wrong store. There is a human who is working with someone else, who is like a little tipsy, and she goes, "Yes, I think that will do nicely." And they just give a nod, hand her a coin purse, and like very wobbly, like swaying, very wobbly, bumps into a couple things, hits the door a little bit, and then continues out. And she turns to you two and goes, "Can I help you?"
Yes, I could do with a disguise to hide the fact that I am a satyr.
You and Smitty both. All right. Let's see what I have. And she goes into the back and comes out with like a whole bunch of different options of things, and she's like holds them up with something else. She goes, "No, that simply won't do." And then she goes and gets something else, and she goes, "No, I don't. No." And you spend like a good 10 minutes of her going back and forth between no, and she just like holding it up, looking between you and the thing, not even like having you try it on, just going, "Absolutely not."
No capes.
Capes are a possibility. And
Yep.
eventually she comes out with like boots. What were you looking for? Boots and pants, or like a cloak with a hat? Like what
I
did you?
mean, I'm already wearing pants, so like, yeah,
Here's boots and a hat.
boots, the hat, yeah.
She
Pretty
comes
much.
out with a pair of boots and a hat, and she just like holds up. Yes, that is perfect, amazing. Put these on, and she just like shoves them on into you.
Okay.
Yes, and like she like takes a step back and goes, yes, amazing. Yes, absolutely stunning. Yes, this will do nicely. Way better than Smitty over there.
I'm gonna look over. Do I see a Smitty? What's a Smitty?
Smitty was the guy who walked into things on his way out.
Okay.
He's like that one.
Because I got
Indian
confused. I
He
thought
just-
there was
sailor.
another satyr on this island.
No,
I
he,
got
the,
that
Smitty was the. You didn't even see his face. All you can make out was the big hat he had on, his cloak, and his very large mustache.
He's a dwarf. I don't know.
And he looked half drunk on his way out. And do you ask about? Were you asking about? Was this above or into? Meta or not
I'll-
meta?
I'll say in
Okay.
game, I would be like. By the way, what do you mean by Smitty? What is he?
Smitty? No, he runs the Three Hammers.
I don't think I've been there yet.
Amazing person. Absolutely fun to play cards with.
He seemed a little belligerent.
He's just had a couple of drinks. That's normal. His best work happens when he's a little tipsy. Anyway, you. Absolutely stunning. Wouldn't change a thing. Well, maybe you should get more sleep. But besides
Yeah.
that, gorgeous.
How much do
I'm
I
gonna-
owe you?
For the whole thing, 2-3 gold. Put it at 2.
Awesome.
What type of hat is he wearing?
I don't know. What type of hat are you wearing?
I was honestly, my first thought was one of like the Three Musketeers hats.
That's pretty rad. I'm not gonna
Crazy.
lie.
It's like a smaller version of the hat that
Uh,
the Smitty was wearing. Smitty had like this large brimmed version of that hat. So she just has like an actual, or sorry, Teo, he has an actual like proper sized one.
I'm gonna take a step back and just like from like 7 feet and look at Teo and see how much could I discern that her knees are going backwards.
It'd be pretty easy considering you're about eye height.
Beautiful.
It's all I see. I'm just like, huh. I don't know about this disguise.
Make an
they're
insight
like
check.
something like that.
Insight.
No, yeah, you're trying to discern something about someone. Roll insight.
15.
Looks pretty solid. Unless you knew what you were looking for, I'm sure you would be fine. Should fool any basic person. But if they knew they were looking for a satyr, they might be able to see the signs. But like, it's probably the best you're gonna do without an illusion spell.
I broke both of my legs and they just grew back like that, or they just
Yeah.
like healed like.
I'm double
I
Well,
got in a
instantly-
fight. They kicked my knees backwards, and now they're just like this.
My thought is like if we ever have a foot race or something where he starts sprinting, it's just gonna be like because it's like he starts sprinting and all of a sudden his knees are like you're
That's
like
real
good
sad.
lord.
Also me when I start sprinting.
Like a full wipeout.
All right. So you guys eventually meet up with Tauros and the twins. Twins, would you have liked to have a 10-minute conversation with Tauros, or would you just sit and wait, ignoring him? Having a conversation in your heads.
Does Taurus want to talk to us?
He's not going to initiate a conversation.
Then we're not going to talk to Taurus.
Understood. All right. You guys eventually meet back up. Tauros sees you coming and he goes, Good, we can get this over with. I have work to do. And he pulls out a book and he starts drawing with chalk. And right there in the middle of the street on the ground, just starts drawing with chalk. In reciting stuff from his book, just going, and about 10 minutes later, he slaps the book shut and he goes, "All right, everyone in the circle."
I'm gonna go in the circle and be like,
Sorry,
Is,
this is not in the middle of the street. He drags you outside of the bubble and then does all this.
On the sand?
Yes,
It's a forest.
there's a rock.
The chalk. Okay.
He's like 2
It's
foot
a
drawing in the
boulder.
sand.
It's a boulder.
No, just a boulder.
I'm gonna look over at him and be like, is this gonna make us sick?
Oh,
First time.
Second?
Probably.
Sure.
And as he says that, and you all are teleported away. Now,
You see me going through the temporal time stream, and a trail of vomit, like, yeah.
now to see if you make it to your destination.
Jack and Noah are used to seasickness, or not.
Big
not-
roll,
No,
big
you're
roll.
We're
What's
You
what
know
is
what?
it that gets you the motion sickness?
right here.
Teo, roll me a d20.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to apologize for whatever happened. Just in general. Oh,
Roll
God.
the dice first.
Ahead of time.
I would like to apologize for whatever happened.
What'd you get?
9.
You guys are in Port Eva.
We're going straight to Brazil.
No, this isn't
believe
my
it or
fault.
not.
This is Corey's fault.
I'm going to.
You guys actually are on another
Oh,
continent.
this is- yeah.
Hmm.
Straight to Avernus, believe it or not.
You guys screwed the teleportation up so badly, you ended up in one of the 9 hells.
We end up in the
We
river.
end up in the same tavern the other guy teleported to.
That would be insane. Back for to the start.
We end up all the way back into what's it? The Emerald something?
Oh no!
Emerald Crossway.
Technically, it would get us closer. Not where we want, but closer.
As long as we end up on the continent,
So if you guys look at the map,
could call it a win.
if you look at the map,
Is it gonna be the ocean?
so you see that lake at the very bottom of Kumar that
No.
leads straight down. You are at the
No.
base of those mountains, against the lake.
On the bottom or top of
Bottom.
it? Oh my gosh.
So you're in between the mountains and the lake. And you
Holy
all need to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay, when I said we were in the Emerald Crossway, I think you thought I was serious. That was a joke.
What? In what?
Oh,
We're
no.
relatively close
Oh
to
my gosh.
In what?
Oh,
the Emerald
There's
Crossway.
no
almost-
way.
Every
I
time you
almost
talk,
failed my
they talk
deck
over
save
you.
on my
That's so
chair,
funny.
dude.
Every time.
Never.
Dude,
Sorry.
I got a freaking 5.
All right, what did we get? 5. Jack.
Dude, Jack rolled a 1.
Jack rolled a 1.
Earl the one.
Teo.
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Damn.
Noah.
Teo
7.
fricks it up for us,
7.
and then she's just standing there like, damn, guys, what do you guys... We're just on the floor like, oh,
Devin.
5. I did a 5.
No.
Taurus
Can
is
I?
Can I
Can I
please hear
heroic
Riley for
inspiration?
just
Any
2
spells?
seconds?
What did I say?
Riley, what did you get?
An 11.
Thank you.
Can I
That
heroic
is-
inspiration?
Yeah,
We have
it
gotta
gives you a
get Riley
reroll.
a mic.
I'm just gonna turn her up. It's just she was so loud earlier. I had to turn her back down to where I normally had her.
18.
Okay. All right. So, you guys apparate at the bottom of this mountain ledge, and Jack, you're like, up, and you manage to hold it. Teo, you don't even feel it. You're just like, all right, I'm here. That was a little weird, a little tingly, but all right, I'm good. You two throw up on the spot. Just, bat.
Oh, that's awful.
I'm just on my hands and knees like,
Tauros
just hurling.
is standing there with his book in his hand.
Somehow gets
Yes,
paler.
yes, you will. You will. This will make you feel sick. Yes, it will. And he looks
I
around.
thought just like as I'm trying to get words, I'm just like throwing.
He recites a thing, and then casts a spell, and goes, "Ah, shoot! We are in the wrong spot. Okay, get ready for round 2." And he pulls out his chalk and he starts to write more sigils on the ground.
I'm just like I'm gonna look up and be like, what?
You in the next 10 minutes he finishes the spell. Sanric, roll me a d20. And he goes, all right, here we go. And he slams the book shut one more time, and you all whoosh up in another teleportation.
Nat 20.
All right.
Hopefully
Natural
there's a-
20. You guys appear in an abandoned house.
Right before we go, I'm just gonna be like, wait, and just like gag. him,
Everyone
just
roll.
teleport.
Noah and Sanric make another Constitution saving throw. You two passed, so you've managed to ground yourselves to it.
I got a 10.
Same.
Again, you just appear, weren't ready for it, and then just. Ugh.
You guys must be drive heaving at this point.
No, it's just bile. It's just like stomach acid and water.
Sanric
The
threw
soap
up.
Like,
well.
ugh.
So throwing up. So
I'm just
throwing up.
laying on the floor now, just a little man laying on the
Okay,
floor,
I
just
say-
like
alright. For the
head on
sake
the
of
floor,
it,
just
you haven't
I'm
thrown up,
super
but you are
woozy.
super woozy. You're just like,
Yeah.
ugh, and like out of it, the other two are just kind of like teleportation.
I'm just
Nice.
like closing my eyes, putting my head on the floor like you would a toilet bowl.
I really prefer boat travel.
Tauros turns around and he goes, casts another spell. Alright, yes, we are in the right spot. Welcome to somewhere that's not Willow Shade, but close enough. As far as I can take you, I only have the ability to cast this one more time today, and I need to get back. So, this is as far as you're getting. The best that you're getting. You are right above the big lake on the southern river.
Amazing.
He reaches into a pouch that he has, goes all the way up to his elbow, and pulls out a scroll, and he hands it to you, Jack, because you're not on the floor. This is a scroll of teleportation circle. It will teleport you to a circle you have seen, and you have seen the one that we used on the outskirts of Astari. This can only be used once, and it takes 10 minutes to cast, so it cannot be done quickly. If you fail to cast it, you will lose the spell, and you'll be forced to go back the long way.
Hey, so don't mess it up.
Yes, do not screw it up. That's exactly what I'm saying. Best of luck with the druids! And he waves his hand, and in a poof, he's gone.
I'm just gonna slowly pick myself up and be like, he said we're just north of the lake.
Interruptions 4 is crazy.
He said, wait, yes.
How far is that from
Uh,
Willow Shade?
So if you look at the world lore, and you look at the nicer map than the two, so that big lake where the river meets it.
Yeah, no,
on the
I know
left
where it is
si-
on
or
the
the right
map.
side. You are right where the river meets. You're on the right side of the river, right in that corner where the river and the lake meet.
How far of like
It's
day
about
travel?
a week's
would that be?
travel.
Which is better than a month.
Week and a half.
If we were
by foot.
south of those mountains, we would have been cooked.
No, it
That's
would have
where
been like the
ended.
same thing.
Yeah.
You literally just rotated on. Actually, it would have been longer because you would have to have gone around the mountain range, or through if you want to be dangerous, and then straight up across 2 different rivers.
There is a faster way. We could go through the mines of Moria.
Yeah.
Do not give me that power. there would be a TPK if you did that. You cannot handle the dwarven mines.
I will just say that's about a week's travel from here.
We're the Order of the Echoes, guys, not the Fellowship.
I just checked my phone. What the heck?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
You would have
checked his
phone.
phone.
So you're paying attention.
Riley sent me a meme. It's fine.
I'm gonna look up at Jack and Teo and be like, how are you guys okay from that? It's like my insides got rearranged.
Have you ever had a zip bomb?
And I'm just gonna like kind of lean over, like holding my stomach and being like, I feel like my stomach got swapped places, swapped sides. I can't hear you. Oh,
I didn't say anything.
Oh.
But
I also can't hear her.
I don't really know. It's kind of like the first time I ever experienced it, but I don't think it was too bad.
Maybe you did it before?
I don't think I did.
Never know.
I'm going to look around. What's our surroundings? We're in a house.
You're in an abandoned house. Empty house.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. I don't like the implication there. Okay. Dude, my out of context are getting a little absurd. I am not beating the allegations if this is just a history of things I've said.
It's not true. I have a quote in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Micah's. Yeah.
Like,
It was talking about ego. Was mine. Mine
no.
was taken straight at. Mine actually had context that made it make sense.
And the point is to take it out of context.
Right,
All
I know.
of mine has context.
Money does
Anyway.
buy people.
I'm very happy I haven't made it to this list.
We'll get you there eventually.
No.
Mine was an innocent quote that I was using as literally a conversation piece on a one shot. I was trying to convince someone to do something, and Nick was like, "Ha, you said the thing." I'm like, "That's not even what I meant, and you know it." And he's like, "Ha, out of context." And I was like, "Stop."
That's the point of out of context.
I know what the point is. It's just mine was pure intentions, and you twisted it.
No, Mason also laughed.
It's because he's Mason.
Mason.
You don't get to
Yeah.
say that.
Mason doesn't get a vote.
Mason never has had a vote.
You're stroking his ego. Yeah, well, he stroked it first.
Yeah.
It's a very
It's
poor
because
choice
that's how
of
we
words,
were-
Micah.
Well,
You killed Mackenzie.
apparently.
Mackenzie's dead. Oh man,
It's because the guy, like, you were like, we shouldn't do this, and like, you're just feeding his ego, and I'm like, yeah. It's because he's been feeding his own. That's how we get on his good side.
Yeah.
So you said he stroked his first?
It was a
Yes.
response because someone told me you're just stroking his ego, and I was like, yeah, it's because it's what
You couldn't have said he did it first.
I
or,
responded
like-
instantly. There was no mental thought behind what I said besides the meaning that I meant. The
Like,
words.
it's not the first time this has happened to you.
No, it's not. My brain says what I mean, but a lot of the times the words, the process to get it straight across don't come out properly. So it gets twisted in the receiving end. But what was meant to be said was along the lines of, hey, let's feed his ego because that gets him on our good side, and then we can... Which was the point of the
Manipulate him.
entire context was... You're just feeding his ego. Yes, I know. That's the point.
You don't have to look.
You know
it's
you
okay.
don't have to defend yourself, right?
You
So
don't.
there's
you,
no
makes
context.
it makes it more sus when you defend yourself a little
Yeah,
bit.
there's no context that
It
can
makes
ever be
it makes me
said
question
for
your
the first
original
one.
intentions.
There's a
Maybe
reason we
maybe
had
you
it
did.
out of- There's a reason we have an out of context chat. Oh, I'll add it to
What
the
did
comment.
what did he say?
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. That one doesn't
I'm
feel
just digging a
deserved.
hole for
Not
myself,
gonna
it's
lie,
fine.
that one's a little. That one's a little. I felt like I was taking stray bullets a little bit there.
That was
That
for
felt
a
like
bit.
just like
It's
you
okay,
know.
Devin. That was for my own bit. That wasn't against you.
That was your okay.
I,
But
It's
you
I,
can
okay.
still add it to the counter. Chat.
Still in the
We
counter.
entitled.
I feel like you had the gun on Noah. Noah moved her head, and I just got shot in the foot. I don't
did
know
not
about
have
that
the
one.
gun on her.
Not
What
Noah.
did I even do with this?
Riley was
because
right
you-
there with
it's
me.
'cause
She
you
could
said
have
I
gotten
didn't have
banned,
to
but
defend
nope, it was
myself.
me.
I didn't say the whole bit about you
Say-
looking more suspicious for it. I just said you didn't have to defend yourself because it wasn't the point. Sandrick said something funny.
Yes. I need to defend myself.
I'm
I
just
need you
saying,
to understand the
there's a little bit.
context so it
I
doesn't
wouldn't
sound
call
bad.
it being racist.
I
but
don't try
would
and
call
make
it
those
something.
Oh,
There's some disparity here towards me, and
Look,
it's like Micah's taking his anger out on me. He's like,
No,
"Oh, I need
listen,
to ban someone.
listen.
Devin, get out of here!" And I'm just like, "Beep,"
Wait.
and I'm gone. And I'm like,
Say the most
"Okay,
out-of-pocket
wait a
shit
minute here."
possible.
if
There used to be
Micah-
reasons I get banned. I'm reformed now, but now it's like you guys don't acknowledge I'm reformed. It's
You're
like
not
you guys are just
reformed.
like. You guys are just like, Devin, get him out of here, because we
No,
need to ban
listen.
someone now.
Listen.
if
Okay,
Micah kicks me from
Devin.
the call, I just go sit in Mackenzie's room. So
What?
if I get kicked, I'm walking over there.
I know for a
Oh, yeah.
fact she's spiteful enough that if I kick her, she is not coming back.
I'll never be seen again.
I know for a fact we will not see her until the next week.
So you banned me.
So I have to
Yeah.
do it to, and if I'm going to do it to someone to make the bit end, it has to be you, because if I do it to her, she will leave before the session starts.
I don't know
Just
about
saying.
that.
What's
That's
my
true.
counter at?
27.
27.
27.
Damn,
Four for
but-
interruptions,
anyway.
27 for being kicked.
I'm
Devin,
good.
the reason I
You're doing
kicked you
good,
was
guys.
because of the. Well, you wouldn't be defending this hard if you obviously weren't trying to hide something. But I will have you know, I am defending it hard because I need you to understand I don't make those jokes intentionally.
You know, Micah, that's why it's funny.
I do.
Mackenzie, not the
From
time.
what I've heard, that tracks.
Yeah.
I'm talking about yard games.
Yeah. I'm 12.
It's okay. That's older than some of the other people in this call.
Whisk is not here, bro.
I am Whisk.
There's only two.
Yeah, and had to deal with murder.
Whisk
trauma.
is me. What?
You know what I'm gonna use now? I just had a great. Now that I'm I'm new Sanric, I'm gonna use Whisk as a catalyst for my anger.
That's crazy.
So I'm gonna be pretty passive.
Devin's
if
just
someone
gonna be
pisses
like,
me
yeah,
off.
that's
I'll be
fine.
like, no, that's fine, that's fine. And then behind the way, I'm like, Whisk, I bet you couldn't piss him off enough to where he wants to kill himself by tomorrow morning. And Whisk is like,
It's wild. It's the vicious
because like the
mockery all
whole
over
reason
again.
in my backstory, the whole reason I was able to like make peace with Whisk is I play games with him, kind of.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just in there.
You realized that the more you played into his game, the more that you were going to fail. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I just like do
Brew went
games with
from
him.
Whisk, stop it to Whisk. Do it.
Do it.
Only because fireball on Whisk.
Anyway, we're gonna pause here at this abandoned house in case you haven't figured that out already, for the sake of it being 10 o'clock. And I have notes, but not enough to know what's happening because I didn't know your exact journey. I have notes on if you walked there. I have notes on if you sailed there. I have notes, a couple, on if you teleported there, on if the teleportation failed. I have notes on, which did, and then I have notes on so many things.
Did you have it like if we failed that second time, we were stuck wherever we were?
I had a percentage to tell you take you somewhere else. I had a different plan, and then I looked at the time and I went, I don't have time to implement this right now, and I don't really want to end it the way that other plan would start. So I just said, well, give him one more try because he's using a
combat
completely
encounter.
different teleportation spell than the one that he uses to teleport just himself back home.
You guys get teleported back to the owlbear's cave.
Round 2.
You get
This time
teleported
we're
back to
killing him.
Mother.
Cub is just like, you're back. You tricked me. 'Cause 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 'cause
Can we make Tree Dad and Owl Mom fight? Who would win?
You can't say that.
Yes, I can. Who would win?
Trinidad.
Dude, Tree Dad would beat their asses.
Whisk making childlike drawings and then proceeds to do the most lifelike camel drawing he could possibly do.
Oh,
I
that's
almost
what a
wanted
camel
to
looks
do
like.
I almost wanted to do a Rocket with Baby Groot moment where I'm like, oh dang, this is very nice. We should get this framed.
Oh man, I could not have hinted to things harder than that, and Devin still hasn't picked it up.
Look, okay, I'm trying to. Let me think about it.
I'll watch the clip later.
I don't know
okay?
what you're implying because, like, I got the Theros thing. That makes sense. Wait, is that his name? Am I mixing that up with something else?
Who?
No, Theros is something else.
I made
You
Micah
talking-
fall to the ground earlier.
I just it was because him and Devin were like, "What's going on?" And I just floor time needed a couple seconds of floor time,
He was like, I'm dropping you guys so many hints, and I'm like, we're men, we don't get hints.
and then floor time.
Watch the clip.
Yeah.
I have to say, I mean, you know, sometimes, look, I'm not used to people getting a good story. This is not something I'm used to. It's like usually, no, not. Calm down. Micah has made really good stories,
Oh.
but like in other ways, like
Devin.
when I think of what I would do as a DM,
Devin, I would consider this my first good story.
I know.
You don't like,
But like,
No,
like,
child
like
torture?
in my mind, like thinking about how much effort's going into this, it's like if Micah needed for me to be more engaged with like going after the organization, he was like, "What do I need to do? I need to have Elder Grove come in and do the thingy thing," and just being like, Elder Grove's magical. He can probably do it. Like I wasn't ready for like the deep methodical like Elder Grove doesn't have that magic, and I'm like, oh.
I never said he didn't have
I did-
that magic. I didn't say anything about any things. All I said was, how could the Elder Grove take it away if he is
Physically.
a simple entity in the Feywild? Which is something Samric would have realized.
But I didn't know
And
what
I've
Elder
been
Grove was.
hinting toward this for a
Cool.
long time, actually. Before I said this tonight, and before he took it away from you.
Look, my excuse for me being dumb and
No,
just
no,
making it on
I had been
Sanric.
hinting towards it and had not given you full clues until you have like almost full clues right now.
Mhm.
So you could figure it out, but it will be revealed later as well. It's just a matter
Yeah.
of if you figure it out beforehand or not. Congrats, and if not, well, you'll figure it out eventually. It's not like it's going to be remain hidden, but
it's a womp womp scenario.
well, no, it's just that's the way the story goes, and if you figure it out beforehand, congratulations. Yeah, no, I've been dropping little hints and things for everyone's backstory for everything since the beginning. Like Magus has been a huge hint drop.
Like, we didn't even know what Arkham Asylum was until we got to it.
Right.
It's insane.
But you
And it
knew
wasn't
about
even
it.
its actual name
The Arcane Asylum is the name of the location.
of Astari.
Of the official name to use when not going to not call it Astari. It houses the Arcane Resistance, which is in my notes, by the way, Devin. Which is, yeah. But
We heard the name Asylum said in the first
Right.
episode by the guy.
very first session you were told about the Asylum. Because he had been there and he was on the council. I've been
I mean,
dropping...
it tracks.
So I've been dropping hints that are like, these don't matter, but if you do manage to do what my brain is right now, which is a cork board with red string all over it, you could piece it together. But you don't need to do that, because eventually, in the right timing, it will still be revealed. Like Magus, you could have, if you asked the right questions and went to the right places, you probably could have figured that out a lot sooner while you were in South Call. No, Emerald Crossing. Emerald Crossroads. That's the one. You could have figured that out in the Emerald Crossroads if you asked the right questions to the Keyblinds.
Yeah.
Or you could have been told now, way later, and neither really make that big of a difference other than driving the story forward and adding more mystery and allowing character growth to happen over time, as opposed to like right now.
I will say it tracks with our history though of not being able to get hints
That's fine.
all the way back to what is it called? Thistle? Like
No,
missile?
you're talking about the plant that we had to
yeah,
say.
the
And-
quiz you guys had. I wasn't even there for
Yeah,
it.
it
You
was-
guys
it was
told
like
me
in,
about
It
it.
was in Thieves' Camp,
And you guys
it was
spent
like
literally like 2 hours trying to figure out a simple mistletoe like
Wait,
rhyme
that's
or
not
what
what
is
it was.
willow shade?
Yes.
Wolfthorn.
Wolfsbane.
Wolfsbane. That's it.
Yes, I like to make tea.
Undercommon.
Riley says in the Stars and Wishes, she's like, I want puzzles, and then proceeds to spend 2 hours on a simple puzzle.
That was 2 years ago.
Child torture.
that was
That was
2
a
years
long
ago.
time ago. I was like, "Do you want
That was a
puzzles?"
long
And you're like,
time
"Yeah."
ago.
And I was like, "All right, I got puzzles." So now, instead of just giving you a puzzle or a riddle to solve to move on, I have been making the entire campaign one big puzzle with a bunch of hint drops here and there, and you'll get bigger pieces as you go. Like being on a story, that was a pretty big piece. And like just figuring out the background of what's going on, that's just your border of the puzzle. Now you have a foundation to go off of. You still got to fill the puzzle.
I'm more of a Rubik's Cube type guy.
This is an analogy.
Thank
so
you, Nick. Thank
cry
you,
about
Nick.
it.
We needed that.
Find
You
out about
added
it.
a lot to that conversation.
To which I have to say, Nick, womp womp, get a job.
No way Mason just responded to that out of context. You just put the same emoji.
Oh. Are we still on stream?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want me to not be?
I just want to turn the lights off again.